From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz
Yes.
and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno
This
Mars.
is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was about to watch the new trailer for the new Magic Mike, but I can't now.
Why?
I don't know, because we're on the radio. And there's probably swearing in it. Have you seen this yet, Maury?
It's so good.
Is it? How old's Channing Tatum now?
Let me guess.
I don't know.
Channing
I don't
Tatum
know.
is 40,
You think so, huh?
48 years old.
Wow, you think so?
Yeah.
Buzz, guess.
He looks good.
He does.
How old is Channing Tatum? I mean, he's one of these guys that can work out like so much, right? He's got
Anybody
that life.
could work out so much.
No, he's got that life where he's getting ready to do movies. He's got 3 full months to get into shape.
He's also a dad.
What, he didn't have the
Okay.
baby? He didn't.
No, but I mean, like, he's busy
Yeah,
taking
and-
care of a child.
How busy is Channing Tatum taking care of a child? Come on now. I'm going to say Channing Tatum is. I think he might be younger. I really do. Like, I think he's
Early
like
40s?
No, yeah, I think like 43. I'm going to say.
So you
Locking
say
that in?
43.
I'm locking
I say
43
48.
in.
Shem, how old do you think
Jen
Channing Tatum
Googled
is?
it, right?
I Googled.
Yeah,
Oh,
cheater.
okay.
Sorry. God. Okay.
Okay, so
how old
is
is he?
Channing Tatum?
42.
Yeah.
42.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, young, right? Young
Good
guy.
for you. Hard body.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they say?
Is it?
Amen.
Yeah,
Is
hard
that-
body.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ripped is more like
I've
it.
never heard somebody say hard.
never-
What does hard body mean?
Look it
Explain
up.
that.
Google it right now.
No, you just said it. Explain.
it's not-
I'm like, Jesus, man.
Sorry.
Explain. I've never heard that before.
Shut up,
Explain
hey,
what
yeah.
hard body means.
I'm not. No.
Just explain it.
No, this is entrapment here right
It's
now.
not entrapment. Nobody's entrapping you of anything.
Yeah.
I've honestly never heard something like a hard body. Like, like what does that mean? Explain.
I'm not
What?
explaining.
Why not? Like when you when
No,
you say
because
okay,
I don't need it.
okay.
I don't need it to be out there.
No,
My
no, no.
explanation of a hard body.
No. Okay. Let me. Okay. Here. Let me go back. Let me go back.
What do
this.
you think it means?
I don't. I have no idea. You're the one that said it. You said, Channing Tatum.
Bro, you've
hard
said
body.
hard body before.
I have not. I've never. Okay. So let me explain it. Can you break it down for me?
You
Like
said-
specifically.
Listen, we have archives in the podcast.
Like
okay?
specifically, when you look at somebody like Channing.
Yes, Channing Tatum.
Okay.
42 years
what
old,
part
Magic Mike.
specifically looks hard to you?
His chest and arms and his abs.
Okay, so when you say hard body, you mean like
He's ripped.
He's ripped.
Yeah.
And
Well defined,
and
strong. That's it.
okay, so to you, hard body is like
Shut up,
it's
man.
a good thing,
Stop saying to you.
right?
I'm just giving you the definition.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. I'm just trying to get to.
We got to the bottom of it.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. I
No.
think there's a
I know
little.
what you're trying to do here.
I think we can still go further on the whole hard body thing.
Shut up. Yeah.
Okay.
You would.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Come on, Roz. Let's see that smile.
No.
Well, it's like charades, but only using the mouth. That's all you get to figure it out. It's a little bit tricky without a doubt. If you didn't know, now you know what it's about. It's time to play Mouth Charades. The best game you've ever played. It's time to play Mouth Charades. If you can figure it out, then you've got it made.
It's everybody's favorite game, a Roz and Mocha original Mouth Charades. Happy day, happy day.
If you've never heard Mouth Charades before, it's played very much like regular charades, only instead of drawing or acting something out, the clues are given only by sounds. Damnit Maurie will be the clue giver. It is myself, Roz, versus Mocha.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this game.
But why?
Well, one, because you guys cheat.
Bro.
And
There's no proof of that.
Bro.
We've been playing this for like 12 years.
don't give me the bro. And
Shem, we don't cheat, right?
And I don't like it.
Never.
And I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. It's not fun for me. But here we go. I don't know how you want to start this.
Well, loser goes first. So
Okay, so who's that again?
That would
You.
be you.
Okay.
I've never won Mouth Charades ever.
I've never won Mouth Charades. Damnit Maurie is the worst clue giver in the world.
But it works for Mocha.
Okay, stop it. You know why I think that it works for Mocha. The fix. Okay, Maury, anytime you are ready. Mocha, how much time do I have?
You got like 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Figure it out.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Yeah.
Ready, Dan Maury?
Yeah, man.
Okay, and go.
That is, you are, it just sounds like you're breathing. It sounds like you're breathing heavy. You're breathing heavy. It's breathing heavy. Breathing, you're breathing heavy. That only sounds like you're breathing heavy.
Ceiling fan.
Oh, for God's sake. Go to hell. Ceiling fan. Stop it.
Anybody else get ceiling fan?
No.
No.
It was first thing in my mind.
Shut up, Shem.
Was it because of the blades?
Stop.
Ooh, the blades. That's exactly what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop.
thanks, buddy.
Easy.
Stop.
Okay, my turn. Ready?
Okay. 20
And-
seconds on the clock.
Go. That is a train. That is like a cruise ship horn. That is a car horn, a truck horn. That is a goal horn from like a. Oh, for real.
Goal horn.
Stop it.
See?
Next.
Ready, Dan Maury?
Always.
And go.
Okay. You're eating something.
So gross.
You're chewing on. Sounds like you're eating a bone. Eating a bone. Is it eating a bone? No. You're. I don't know.
Well, would you have said walking in snow?
No.
Yes.
No.
Why wouldn't you have said walking in snow?
Because
I
it sounded
never
like
would've
that
got
sounded.
that.
That only sounded like eating bone.
Yeah. Do it again.
Sounds like a pig.
Yes. Slop time. Right.
Now I get it.
Yeah. Shut up.
Jim wants to play so bad.
Stop it. Okay, so the score is what?
1-0 for me.
My shoes are covered in snow from walking in them.
Stop it.
Okay, ready,
This
Damnit
is
Maury?
Mouth Charades, by the way, everybody. Mocha is up. Damnit Maurie will be giving the clue.
That is a whip. That is you're laughing. That is tickle. No, that wouldn't be tickling. It's like slapping in the face, slapping on the arm, slapping on the ass.
Yeah!
Slapping.
Stop
For real?
it. Stop
A playful booty smack.
it. Oh, stop
Because you heard the laughter, right?
Yeah, the laugh made it for me.
Yeah, get slapped in the butt more.
it. Shut up.
Yeah, clearly you haven't been slapped on the ass, Ross.
Stop it. I've been slapped on the ass plenty, okay? Don't you worry.
And it sounded just like that,
And I
right?
never mind either. I never once minded.
All right, Roz, you're up.
Yeah.
Damnit Maury, you ready?
Go.
And go.
Oh.
Oh,
That's- Like, it only sounds like a fart to me. Okay, that's a fart that. Boom. Okay, that is. Oh my God.
That sounds so gross, dude.
It's wet in here.
Yeah, look, you're drooling everywhere, man.
What is
Like,
that?
By
what-
doing the sound of a bowling ball going into the gutter.
Oh God.
Oh, come on.
You
Come on.
do that again.
Bing.
Yeah. Okay, this is what I'm saying. When I say that Maury gives me crap clues,
That's so stupid.
okay?
I've never heard a bowling ball go
Ping!
Maybe you're not
It's-
thinking outside
okay,
the box
listen,
enough.
When rock hits wood, it doesn't go ping.
Well, to be fair, it sounds like the rims are up.
Shut up, Shem.
Maybe I was going for the animated version.
Oh my God.
Okay, can we do one more, please?
Yes, it's a Mocha word.
Okay.
Great.
Ready?
Yeah.
And go. A trumpet,
Oh.
a flute, a clarinet, singing a song, humming a song. I don't know what that is.
No.
Oh, playing a guitar. Playing a mandolin, playing a harp, playing a...
You said it. You said it. A harp. A harp. Look right there. A harp.
Buzzer
A
beater! Buzzer beater!
A harp.
Buzzer beater!
Oh, like the Raptors.
Why are you applauding, Maury? You asked me. Stop for a second. No, stop for a second. You asked me why I get so pissed off playing this stupid game.
Yes, I did.
It's because my thing is that I think that you give Mocha way better clues than you give me, and I think that you deliberately give me crap clues. And not only that, Mocha gets one right. You're in there like his bloody cheerleader.
I would clap for you had you have gotten ping.
Which was again?
Bowling ball going into the gutter.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that
rest my case.
That is how you play Mouth Charades.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well, we knew it was going to happen this season. Snow is finally here.
I went to the mall yesterday, and
you?
Yeah.
In public?
I know.
You hate people, though.
Oh, God, I know. I know. But it was kind of cool. I ran into a couple of people that I hadn't seen in a very long time.
Your parent?
What?
Your mom?
No. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I was just trying to be funny.
Oh.
Weird.
No, the guy who works at the Hugo Boss store.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me. No,
Okay.
I have a...
So Hugo... Oh, I have a Hugo Boss guy. Listen to the flex.
No, because I used to get all my suits, right?
Yeah.
For ET Canada.
Yeah.
But I haven't had to get like a suit in a while now.
Okay.
And I realized that I didn't have a black suit. And I need a black suit for tomorrow night. I got this thing I got to go to.
I thought you were shopping early for your wedding. Your
My
wedding
wedding?
suit.
No, come on now. Jeans and a tee. Don't you even worry about my wedding.
Meanwhile, he goes to his Hugo Boss guy for an event tomorrow.
I do. I have like a writer's thing I have to go to tomorrow night. Yeah, it's very fancy.
And a wedding's not?
No.
Catherine, it's not too late to back out, girl. Okay.
No. So I ran in.
Let's keep going with the most unrelatable story ever.
Okay.
So I'm off to see my Hugo Boss guy.
That's not what I said at all. I said I went to the mall. When I was, and then you were like started goofing on me about going to the mall, and I said it was actually kind of fun, right?
Okay.
Okay. So what I was gonna say is,
So it was a fun time at the mall.
it was a great time at the mall. I ran into my Hugo Boss guy. Okay. Which was lovely to see him. It's been ages.
Yeah.
No, and then but I went in and it was like fall, right? Beautiful outside.
Yeah.
And I've been wearing like rubber shoes with no socks because I haven't transitioned to socks yet this year. And then when I leave the mall, it's freaking winter.
Yeah.
Like crazy winter. It took me almost an hour to get home. Like it was wild. But then this morning I woke up and I forgot it was winter again.
Oh no.
And so I'm still wearing my rubber shoes with all the holes in them and no socks.
But you looked outside.
You
opened the door
I did.
and you looked outside.
And at that point I had crossed the threshold and I was like, I'm going to deal with it today.
Your hand was probably still on the door handle.
100% it
right?
was.
And
yes.
it was open.
Absolutely. I can
You
still feel the heat from inside the
you
house.
still had to close the door and lock it.
Wasn't even cold yet. Yep.
Right.
Yes.
So you had enough time just to turn around, slip off the shoes that you were wearing now.
I was
and put
done at
boots
this
on.
point. I was done at this
You
point.
had already committed.
When
Once I'm out, I am out.
Once, yes, that is me 100%. Once I'm out, I'm out.
Okay.
Right? So my feet right now are soaking wet in rubber shoes.
No, buddy.
Yeah, because I half-assed scraped my car off too. I'm
You do it
not
with your
doing-
arm?
But no, I did half of it with my hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I wish I had a scraper. And I'm like, I wonder if I have a scraper in the truck. And then I went in the truck, I had two.
Look at that.
Yeah, right?
Prepared.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
He's Roz. I'm Mocha. Hello.
Bro, did you see this headline?
What?
God, where's this even from? AccuWeather. Jesus. A winter storm watch has been issued for parts of western New York ahead of a long duration lake effect snow event that could produce potentially record-setting amounts of snow up to 6 feet.
Wait, isn't it like long
Buffalo.
weekend in the States this weekend too? Is Thanksgiving this weekend or next weekend?
No, I think it's next weekend.
Oh,
Next
okay.
weekend.
But still, how much feet?
Up to 6 feet. 6 feet.
Guys, we're going to have to cancel our trip to Walden Galleria.
6 feet. Of snow.
Already?
I would be the only one that on the
Whoa,
hold on now,
whoa,
Shem. Yeah.
Whoa. Bro.
Hold on now. Well, how tall are you, Shem?
I'm 6'3".
You see, yeah, but you got 3 inches of forehead.
Oh, wow.
Okay, your eyes.
Hold on.
What? What?
Whoa.
What? If I measured from your eyes to the top of your head, that would be at least 3 inches. Maury, as somebody who knows what 3 inches looks like, tell me that Shem does not have 3 inches of forehead.
Oh, no.
That's about 5 inches.
Don't offer to measure.
Of course, Maury says it looks like 5 to him. Anyway, okay, so me and you and Maury would be on our shoulders.
What are you
if
talking
we
about?
hit that.
No.
If that happened here,
I
we'd
call
have to
Roz.
save you guys.
I call Roz.
Yeah.
No.
We'd have to save you.
No.
Yes.
Like a piggyback?
Yes.
Yes.
Or
Save
like
me.
sitting on your shoulders?
Yes, and it's a piggy back, Maury, not a piggy chest. Okay.
Save me, I'm drowning.
Yes.
7 feet, though.
6 feet. That's
Oh,
what they're.
6.
That's what they're supposed to. Yeah, up to 6 feet. So I don't know what I would do if I woke up where I looked at the weather forecast and they said, "Hey guys, get ready. We could get 6 feet of snow."
You just plan to stay home at that point.
I don't know what. Yeah, but
you
for,
have
for
to.
how long though? Like for how long? Like I'm not. Like, are you prepared at home?
I am, yeah.
You are, huh?
Yeah,
For how long though? Do you think you could? I started thinking about this last night when I heard that Russia was firing rockets into Poland. I'm like, oh, here we go. This is it. This is it.
Right now, if we had to,
Yeah.
I could probably survive like maybe 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I'd still find a way to leave the house.
No, but what if you could not though? More
I would find
what?
I'm not staying home.
But what are you going to leave? What are you going to do when you leave the house? That's the thing. There's nothing to do. Nothing would be open. Like
Oh, I
there's
know.
nowhere you can go.
I just can't imagine me surviving being home with Matthew for 3 weeks.
They would find Maury blue and frozen in a lawn chair on his balcony,
Yeah, completely.
right? Like that's like he would just have to get away.
With the sign that says I
Yeah.
just couldn't do it.
What's the longest you think that you could stay in the house with Matthew without leaving, without going crazy?
I would say maybe 3 days.
3 days.
Wow.
Yo, y'all never would have survived COVID, huh?
God.
If
Don't forget,
like,
he worked.
if you had to work
He
from
worked
home
at home
as
every
well?
day. I took my time leaving here.
No, I know.
Your relationship should be able to outlast milk. You know what I mean? Right? Like if you left like milk on the counter and then you and Matthew in the living room, right? Like milk is going to last longer than your relationship is.
It's also more cultured.
Jesus, man. Okay, so how long would I be able to last? I'm trying to think here. We got cats though, right? Like I got to get litter and all that stuff. Otherwise, like it's a whole
Ooh,
mess.
yeah, plus
right?
you got the dogs.
You got to
Hold them
walk
over
the
the
you got to
poops.
you got to walk the dogs. I guess you could maybe have them poop in the garage, right? Like worst case scenario. Worst case
I
scenario.
can't let them out in the backyard and let them like run around.
6 feet of snow.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
No, you just hold them above the snow,
And then what?
and the poop will just fall out.
Again.
No.
6 feet. Lift your
You
arms
know
up.
what
Let me see if you can reach 6
Shut
feet.
up.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let me read you this text exchange between Tom Brady and a former teammate. Tom Brady, the GOAT, 7-time Super Bowl champ, plays for Tampa Bay. And he was having this Snapchat convo with former teammate Antonio Brown. Tom Brady brought Antonio Brown.
Who the hell is Tom Brady's talking to people on Snapchat?
Yeah, super
God,
weird, right?
No wonder Giselle left him.
So
What's Tom Brady doing on Snapchat?
Antonio Brown was brought to New England by Tom Brady.
Yes.
When Brady played there. And then Tom Brady helped bring Antonio Brown to the Buccaneers.
Yes.
In 2020. So Antonio Brown does not play anymore.
Okay.
Okay? He quit the team last season, and he's not playing anywhere right now. So Antonio Brown shared a screenshot of a convo that took place in May of 2021. So not even this year,
Okay.
right? All this time has passed,
Mhm.
and he decides to now share this conversation.
Sounds petty. I love it.
Right?
Okay.
And I don't know if it's because all the Tom Brady stuff happening, so he's just adding, right? He's just gaslighting now at this point. But
I
here's
love a
what
pylon.
Tom Brady said to former teammate Antonio Brown. You are demonstrating very poor decisions and poor communication to so many people who've gone above and beyond to help you. You are acting selfish, and unfortunately, many of those people are exhausted by the erratic and unpredictable emotional behavior. When I met you, you were humble, willing to learn, and anxious to improve things in your life. In a short period of time, you've done those things and accomplished some great things, and very much on the path to success long term. Unfortunately, you have reverted very much back to a young, immature man that is selfish, self-serving, irrational, and irresponsible.
Wow. First of all, way to misuse Snapchat. I didn't even think you were allowed to write those words in Snapchat.
Or that many.
Right?
Like this guy's having full conversation.
In Snapchat.
Right?
Yeah.
There's more, guys.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's more. Tom Brady continues to former teammate Antonio Brown. I, for one, am disappointed in many behaviors over the past few months. You've seemed to have lost that humility and that APG. You've gone from hanging around good quality people that had genuine interest in seeing you succeed to seeing others whose lives are erratic and out of control and leading you down a negative path.
Damn.
And again, all of this
Judgy.
is on Snapchat.
Like, way to ruin Snapchat, right? Like, you don't go on Snapchat and want to open that.
Thank you.
Right? Like, that's an
Thank you.
email, right?
Like, this is, okay,
Don't soil my Snapchat.
this is a text at best,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
My opinion, this is a face-to-face conversation, right?
Of course. Yes.
But a text
Okay.
at best, not somewhere like Snapchat.
No. I didn't like. Well, when you message somebody on Snap, what is it like on Snapchat? Like, I thought Snapchat was just for sending nudes. Am I wrong, or is that what it used to be? It used to be, right?
I mean, yeah. It's
Like, is
definitely
that still the place to send? Did he send a nude? Did he end it with a nude?
No,
Like,
he did not.
He did not. No.
Well, the one thing about Snapchat is that a lot of that stuff sort of disappears, right?
Gotcha.
Right? I mean,
Yeah, but
obviously
not if you're Antonio Brown, you screen grab it.
Not everything is. I mean, everything is forever on the internet, right?
Right.
And the thing is with Snapchat, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you take a screenshot of something, the person that the other person can see that you've taken a screen grab of it as well.
Okay.
So Brady knew.
Like, he should have respected the platform. You can write all that. You can put your feelings in Snapchat, sure, but he should have respected the platform and just ended it with, by the way, here's my wiener. You know what I mean?
Who,
Like,
Brady?
Yeah, Brady. Respect the platform.
Hold on.
Right?
With or without the rings.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You guys know who Jana Kramer is?
Who?
Isn't The Office?
Jana Kramer.
No.
No, she was on One Tree Hill back in the day.
Jana Kramer. Oh, she's kind of fine.
It sounds like you said that before you even saw
Yo,
it.
I think she just got divorced too.
Honest.
I think she just got divorced, so she's single.
Gotta have my
But
mic down.
she's got a podcast. And she was talking about, because the topic of Chris Evans came up. And Chris Evans, of course, making all the news because sexiest man and everything.
Gotcha.
And back in the day, like in Chris's early days of acting, right? He was like 26 years old. And in her early days of acting, the two of them were a thing.
Oh.
So she was telling this story on her podcast on how Chris Evans back in the day ghosted her.
Uh-oh.
Right? And then when Chris Evans, like last year, was single, or everyone thought he was single, she DM'd him and he never said anything back to her.
Typical guy.
Right? So he kept up with the ghosting.
Yeah.
And she explains why she think he ghosted her. Listen to this.
So we went on a few dates, and I can't remember how many dates it was. I just remember the last date. Well, our last interaction ever.
Okay.
Yeah. And to this day, I'm actually still kind of mortified. He called me over, and he had some of his Boston friends over. So I went to his place in Studio City, and it was going to be a sleepover. And he had all of his friends there. It was a fun time, but I was getting a little sleepy. And so I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to bed. And so this is so embarrassing. I had asparagus for dinner that night.
There's nothing you can do. There's just not one thing.
Well, so I went to the bathroom and he immediately went after me. And like this.
Did he have asparagus too?
No, it was just me.
Broccoli kind of guy.
And so that's the last interaction that I remember is him going into the bathroom after I just went to the bathroom with asparagus pee and never hearing from him again from the morning. Like we didn't hook up that night. He stayed up late with his friends. And then in the morning I was just like, I did like the asparagus walk of shame out of his house.
So Jana Kramer.
She's claiming that she got ghosted because her pee smelled?
Yeah.
No.
If
Thinks
true,
that-
that's petty.
No.
Thinks that because Chris Evans,
There's something else.
Captain
going on
America, sexiest man alive,
there.
went into the bathroom after she did an asparagus pee
No.
and then refused to interact with her again.
I mean, asparagus pee is nasty.
Yeah,
but
it's
come
foul.
on.
Like that first pee that you have after having asparagus, that first one is the most
How long
foul.
does it linger?
Bro, I've had asparagus and my next 4 pees.
No, I mean,
have
if
had,
you pee, how long is it in the air in the bathroom?
Or like when you flush.
Look at Shem right now. He's like, that woman could have ate goat and went in that bathroom and made a mess, and I wouldn't have ghosted her.
Big facts, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Deepa,
Mhm.
our peoples are being attacked. But we need to stand up for them.
Wait, why? What's happening?
Our Generation Z.
Oh.
They're being attacked.
Oh no, Mocha. Why are they coming after us?
We cannot be lumped in with the people who I'm going to play this audio clip of, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But there's this guy, I can't remember his name, but he goes out, he's on Instagram and he goes out onto the streets and he finds people and just asks them real simple questions, right?
Mhm.
And then the punchline is that these people just don't know the answers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's in the middle of Times Square in New York and he's asking people of our generation, Deepa,
Mhm.
Gen Zers,
Mhm.
very simple questions.
Yep.
They just cannot, for the life of them, answer.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And please, everyone listening right now, just know this is not a representation of people like Deepa and I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What country is the Queen of England from originally?
I definitely don't know.
No, give me your best guess. I guess a country.
What is the country again?
Do you know what country the Panama Canal is in?
No.
If you had to guess, what do you think it sounds like it's in? Guess a country.
Europe.
Yes. Do you know how many moons the Earth has? Around how many, if you had to guess?
2.
Yes.
God.
Do you know what country the Great Wall of China is in?
Country.
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yes. Do you know what the third month of each year is?
Ain't that leap year or some?
Yeah.
Can you name all the months?
September, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August.
Yes. Do you know what 7 plus 7 plus 7 is?
28.
Yeah.
No, I'm bugging. 14 plus 7. I don't know.
What do we call a shape with 5 sides?
Oh my God.
Is it an octagon? Wait, that's 6. That's 8. Octagon is 8.
Yeah.
Is it a stop sign?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Damn. Is it a stop sign?
Sounds about
Yes.
right. Yes. What do you call a shape with 5 sides? Is it a stop sign? A stop sign.
So just know that is not a direct representation of all Gen Zers.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
People like Deepa and I.
Close.
Okay?
Is it a stop sign?
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, I wanted to play this for you real quick. And I don't know how every bloody year we get sucked into this stupid toy Hall of Fame, but they get tons of news. Every year when it comes to nominating and what toys make it into the Toy Hall of Fame.
What's an actual place in Rochester?
I understand that, but to me, I don't know how we all get sucked in. And it sounds to me, going to a Toy Hall of Fame sounds incredibly boring, right?
Actually, it's an amazing. It's so good.
Thank you, Maury. It's boring.
I would go.
No, you would not go. You're not going to go to the Toy Hall of Fame.
They have interactive exhibits.
Toys! Just say toys, right?
You can see the very first Silly Putty.
Great. Yay.
Can I see the first Rubik's Cube?
Well, you can see one of them.
If it's in there, if it's in the Toy Hall of Fame. Anyway, so they announced the inductees this year.
Let's see if I plan on going to Rochester.
Okay, they announced the inductees. And listen to, first of all, like the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, the enthusiasm. And 3, like when you think Hall of Fame, like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, hip hop, all of this stuff,
Everything.
right? You think the ceremony and just like what it would be like to be there the day
super lit.
your favorite thing was inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame.
Hit me.
So here we go.
Good morning, and welcome to the 2022 National Toy Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Okay, is this real?
Yeah.
This guy sounds like a huge nerd.
As songwriter Cole Porter might say, it's the top.
Oh, hey.
Light Bright.
Masters of the Universe.
Hold on. How many people were there? Like 6?
It sounded like Pam from The Office saying Masters of the Universe. That was a real Midwestern
Say,
accent.
it's the top.
Light Bright.
Masters of the Universe.
Can I tell you what was in last year?
Sure.
Okay, you ready? So American Girl.
Great.
Risk.
Yeah.
And are you ready for it?
Yeah, go, man. Stop.
Sand.
Great. Perfect. Yeah. So the top, right, as a spinning top, like the top, Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
And Light Bright.
Oh. Wow.
Right. Come on.
Road-
Did you
road
ever
trip?
have Light Bright? Did you
No.
play Light Bright when you were a kid?
Never
you
had
didn't?
it.
Am I the only one that played with Light Bright when I was a kid?
I think so. We don't have.
None of y'all played with Light Bright? Shem, you didn't play with Light Bright?
No, he did not.
No? Maury, you never played with Light
I
Bright?
did.
You did? Okay. Deepa, you played Light Bright?
You don't know what a Light Bright is?
No, nobody has any idea what a damn Light Bright is.
Right. But all 6 people in that room do.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
My DMs over the weekend, I swear to God. So I couldn't even, my DMs were so full of 2 things over the weekend.
Okay.
One, people telling me to go and get a bloody oil change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you should.
Which I should.
Did you?
No, I did not.
And you did a lot of driving on the weekend, didn't you?
I did a little bit of driving on the weekend, but now I'm hyper cautious of stuff. I got to go take care of that today. I don't even know. Never mind.
You don't know where to go?
No, I know because I had a guy. My mechanic shut down. Right.
Yeah.
He just dipped. So I had a guy.
Bro,
right?
Google mechanic near me.
Okay, but I don't have time for
What?
that. Man.
I don't have Google?
No, stop it. No, and then the other thing that my DMs got filled up with.
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can show it to you because every freaking person
Because you can't
on the
see it? You need me
internet.
to read it?
Yes, no. Every freaking person on the internet sent me the same bloody picture. Hold on here. Let me get it for you. I need 1 second.
The anticipation, right, guys?
Stop it. How do I even log in? Oh, never mind. I'm logged in. You know what I mean when I say logged in, right?
Nope. Please explain.
You don't know what I mean? You know what I mean when I say
Do you
logged in?
need help with your phone?
No, I don't need help with my phone.
Why'd you not screen grab this then?
Well, because I'm not going to screen grab things that this is what everybody sent me over and over and over again on the weekend, which is for those people who take way too long on the toilet. And they sent me a picture of a toilet that has big leather armrests.
Yeah, I've seen
Right?
those before. That's great.
Okay, this thing filled
Oh my gosh.
my inbox. Okay,
So comfy.
every single
Look at
person, right? So it's a toilet, and it has the porcelain comes way up on the sides, right? So it has armrests, and then there's leather wrapped armrests, and then the back part, the seat, is leather wrapped.
Basically a toilet recliner.
Right. Yes.
How many did you order?
No, listen. First of all, I know that this thing isn't real, but also,
How do you know that?
It has a square toilet seat, which to me that is trouble because
Oh.
I would break it from sitting on it for too long, and then I got to then go and find a square toilet seat from. No, thank you. I don't want to deal with that. But everybody sent me this. Everybody was like, "Hey, for the guy who spends that much time on the toilet."
And you replied?
Do you know where I first saw that? I was sitting on the toilet, right? When I woke up one morning. No joke. I was sitting on the toilet, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have 16 DMs," and I swear 11 of them were all pictures of this toilet. Right? All of them. That's how I woke up Saturday morning, right? And then I just started, feeling bad about myself.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kumail Nanjiani You know him from Silicon Valley. He was Dinesh. He was also on in Marvel's Eternals movie. That was the one where he got like super ripped for.
What was that movie he did with his wife?
The
that
Big
I really
Sick.
loved?
Oh, The Big Sick.
Beautiful
Beautiful.
movie. Yeah, I love that movie a lot.
That was a really nice movie, yeah. So he's in a new show called Welcome to Chippendales.
I think we have to explain what Chippendales is to people.
Do you know what it is, Deepa?
Do you know what Chippendales are?
They're male strippers, right?
Right, but like very famous male strippers where they had the tuxedo collars and bow ties and the cuffs, right? So imagine like a tuxedo shirt where you left the cuffs and the collar and you got rid of the rest of the shirt. So it's
Ew.
just like body with cuffs
You
and a
gonna say
collar.
ew?
Yeah, ew.
Just like the Playboy Playmate.
Yeah, but they were like they were famous, the Chippendale strippers.
So he's in this new movie show. By the way, it's Disney Plus, November 22nd. The story of an Indian immigrant, Salman Steve Banjari, who becomes the unlikely founder of a male review that becomes a cultural phenomenon.
There was a documentary recently about the true story about this. Because there's murder.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert. Damn, Maury. Maury talking to Kumail Nanjiani.
What do you think viewers are going to love more? The sexy men or the dramatic story?
I think they're gonna love both. The sexy men are impossible to not love. They look so great.
True.
They're amazing dancers, and the actors and dancers who played them were fantastic. They're all professional dancers and tremendous actors. So I think that's great because there's so many great dance routines and stuff, and it's just like a real show. But then the dramatic stuff, the tension, that's the stuff that really gives it weight, So I think people are going to like both. That's what I love about the show. It's not like light and then dark and then light. It's light and dark both at the exact same time.
So is this all based on like real events?
It's like it's a scary story.
Yeah.
Oh, it's scary.
Well, like
Look,
scary
that-
as in like, oh my God.
Can't believe this all happened.
Yeah.
Oh, like ultra dramatic.
Yeah, like it's a wild story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was there any point during the filming of the show that you looked at the sexy dancers and said to yourself,
"Oh wow, wow,
Said to
scary,
yourself what?
scary guys."
Okay, hold on now.
Get ready for
Hold
the
on.
scary.
Said to I'm trying to think of. Said to yourself what? Said
This is
to
Damnit Maurie
yourself
talking to
what?
Kumail Nanjiani, by the way, for the new show, Welcome to Chippendales, November 22nd on Disney Plus. Okay? Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
was there any point during the filming of the show that you looked at the sexy dancers and said to yourself,
What do you think?
See, because I would normally say, God, I wish I looked like that, but Kumail Nanjiani does look like that. Like he got jacked, so we know
ripped.
that. So I don't think it's that, but
he did get jacked like this was like 2 years ago. That he got jacked, so
right,
there's a lot of time to undo all that. hard work.
Maybe did you ever look at those dancers and wish that I had a body like that? Is what I'm going to say. Final answer.
I really need to try on those gold Speedos?
Oh,
No, man, I was grateful I didn't have to because I saw how careful they had to be with what they were eating. And I was like, I am so glad I'm wearing these massive suits all the time. I could eat whatever I want. I ate cupcakes every day. I ate French toast every day. It was absolutely fantastic.
This show, honestly, I can't wait to watch it again with my husband. It was absolutely amazing. And I watched the documentary, like The True Thing, and you guys nailed it.
Oh, thank you. So you've seen the whole show.
I saw 5 episodes.
Okay, man, you're going to love the last 3, and I hope your husband loves them too, because the last 3 are very, very intense.
Interesting.
Because you're in a gold Speedo.
Because no spoilers.
At some point he tried them on.
Yeah.
Right?
Am I
Like
the only
in
one
history.
in the room that has a gold Speedo?
You are.
Am I the only one here that has a gold Speedo? Yes. Nobody else does. Shem?
No.
Gold would look good on you, man.
Actually, yeah. That
Right?
is true, Shem.
I don't doubt it, but the wardrobe malfunctions. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no. Listen, you size appropriately.
Wardrobe malfunctions,
right?
sir.
You buy. Listen, seepage is not an issue if you size it appropriately.
Seepage.
Right?
Whoa.
Sorry, that's a disgusting way.
This is Damnit Maurie talking to
Sorry.
Kumail Nanjiani about Welcome to Chippendales.
So you have 3 million Twitter followers. One of them is me. Are you going to pay the $8 a month to keep your blue check mark?
I am not. Yeah, I mean, people know. People can see my followers. They can see my tweets. They know it's me. And if not, and I have to get rid of Twitter, Oh, what a relief that would be.
Because I'm on the fence. I mean, $8 a month. I live for likes, and I want my blue check mark. So I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think, if it's worth it to you personally or professionally, then go ahead and pay it. But for me, I'll be thrilled to have the hooks of Twitter out of my flesh.
That is Kumail Nanjiani. The show is called Welcome to Chippendales on Disney Plus, November 22nd.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Update.
Hello, Amma. How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome back to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. It wasn't that long ago that we talked to you. October is when we talked to you last, just like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you were at a job and somebody at your job, like a boss, promised you a promotion and it didn't work out. And you were kind of pissed about it and being like, hey, maybe I should leave, or what? Do I have any sort of recourse here? But it turned out that the person who offered you, who promised you this sort of like promotion, really wasn't in any sort of position to do it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we remember you had said that you didn't know, like, kind of the dilemma for you was you didn't know whether or not you wanted to leave that job because you don't want to leave your coworkers hanging, right? You didn't want to like screw them over.
Yeah. So what did you wind up doing? Did you wind up talking to somebody above that person? Because it really came down to, what do you do at a job when you're promised a promotion and you stick around for that and then it doesn't happen? Like, do you have any sort of recourse when somebody promises you the promotion? So what did you wind up doing?
So I ended up talking to HR, and HR said, literally right after we had this conversation, like the next day, I spoke to HR and they said, no, this job is not going to be available at this current time. So I was like, okay. So I started actively pursuing other job opportunities. And because I was getting a lot of track back from my LinkedIn profile and my resume, I ended up finding another job.
Oh, amazing. Like a better job? Not better, but like a little bit more money, more job security?
Better job security, for sure. More money, and it's completely work from home and remote.
Oh, my God.
Hey, because you have a kid at home, right? You have a young child?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's amazing. So, like, you obviously had to tell your supervisor. Like, did they say anything or do anything to try to keep you at that job?
Yes. So I had my monthly supervision meeting with my manager. So at the end of the meeting, I just told them that, hey, I'm just going to let you know, at the end of this week, I'm going to be putting in my 2 weeks notice. And they were like, okay, what can we do to keep you? And I told them all of the things that I had asked for previously before I even started looking for the job.
Yeah.
So I got a call back from them the next day. And there was no offer.
Oh, wow.
All it was, well, HR now is going to repost this job, but we can't just give it to you. So you need to apply for it as an internal applicant. And there may be other applicants, and you can be one of the many applicants and re-interview for the job.
So it wasn't a guarantee.
No.
These process that people use now corporately when it comes to employees, and they do these sort of like temporary, they do these layoff notices where you're not really laid off, but they tell you that you're going to be laid off and that other jobs will be posted. And you can feel free to apply for those jobs. And it's a it puts people in such limbo, and it's so stressful and just so unfair to sort of run people through that ringer. Even if they are going to give it to you, they still make you go through the process of applying for it. And the problem is that you don't then feel rewarded, and not like you always need to feel rewarded, but when somebody comes to you and they go, hey, we recognize what you've been doing around here, and we do have this promotion, whether it's a little bit more money or a slight title change, whatever it is, that motivates people to work hard for the company. Yeah. And that type of thing no longer exists anywhere. It's all this, you can feel free to apply for something that really you deserve anyway, and you're probably going to get, but we're not just going to hand it to you. And it's a real junky way to do business now.
Yeah. But it sounds like, just hearing you now compared to 3 weeks ago, you sound way happier. You sound relieved.
Good for you.
Things are on the up for
I put in
Amma.
my resignation yesterday.
Amazing.
So I feel very happy and light, and I start my new job in 2 weeks. So I'm very, very excited.
There you go. Great.
And I wanted to thank you guys so much for your advice, because it really, really helped me really make that decision, because I figured that you guys were right. No job is going to love me more than my family is, so I have to think about my family.
Aw,
And I did.
girl, we are
Good.
sending you so much love. Thank you for the update. So happy that in such a short period of time, it was only 3 weeks ago that we talked to you, that things like quickly turned around and you're in such a better place now.
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
girl.
definitely.
You have
Thank
a
you so
great
much.
day. Sending you lots of love.
You too.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life on Kiss.
So I haven't heard this yet. I haven't heard the clip of Sylvester Stallone reacting to when I used the Rocky proposal when I proposed to Catherine.
Oh, God. Deepa, what is going on with the microphone over there? Your connection's all...
Is that Deepa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Jesus. All right.
If you've seen the proposal video, it's on just go to my website. That's the easiest place to find it.
RozWeston.com.
Right. That's the easiest way because that's the sort of long, proper version and everything else. And going into that day, so many things could have gone wrong because it was a surprise proposal. Catherine had no idea. Roxy had no idea. We had to shoot all of this in one take. We had one shot. We had cameras everywhere. And so much could have gone wrong. And the only thing that I knew going into that day, because I hadn't really planned for anything, because Catherine was going to read the last chapter in my book, and in there is when I basically asked her to marry me, but I needed to say something after the fact. Like I wanted to ask her properly, formally. And so I knew all of this stuff could go wrong, but the only thing I knew going into that day was that when I got to the point of where I was going to ask Catherine to marry me, I was going to use the Rocky proposal. Because the Rocky proposal from when he and Adrian are at the zoo, to me, is one of the greatest pieces of writing, like hands down, pants down, ever in cinema. And it's the most beautiful proposal. And I love Rocky so much, and the way that he fumbled over it and everything else.
Yeah.
I just knew that I was going to use the Rocky proposal. So
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind marrying me very much.
What'd you say?
If you wouldn't mind marrying me too much.
Yes. I'd like to marry you.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'll be a good guy, I promise. I ain't gonna do nothing wrong. I ain't gonna leave no hair in the sink or nothing like that. You know?
Rocky's the best. I love that character so much. So I knew going into that day that the words I was gonna use to ask Catherine to marry me were, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind marrying me too much.
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind marrying me too much.
You're so little too. So sweet.
Aw,
Did she know where the line was from?
No, in the moment, no, I don't think she.
I don't think she actually said yes here.
She,
Can we confirm that?
yes, she.
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind marrying me too much.
You're so little too.
Says, of course, I would love to.
So sweet.
Oh, it didn't sound like she said
Yeah,
yes.
she says, of course, I would love to.
So Deep is talking to Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And shows Stallone your proposal.
Right.
Your Rocky proposal to
Right.
get his reaction.
Right.
Listen to this.
Now, one of my coworkers, he's a massive Rocky fan.
Yeah.
So he
Coworker?
wanted me to show you this video
Well, I mean,
because
you are.
he actually proposed to his now fiance
Right.
using the Rocky proposal.
Mhm.
So he wanted you to look at this video. And just,
Using a Rocky proposal?
Yes.
Marrying me too much.
So, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind marrying me too much.
Come on. This is going That's funny. It's funny.
How do you feel about that?
I think I'm very flattered, my God. But he didn't say, listen, I'll be a good husband. I won't leave any hair in the sink. See, that's the coup de grace.
Oh, so I should tell him that.
Yeah, well, if he decides to have, 25th anniversary,
Yes.
use that line.
Listen, first of
So
all,
he was
I'm
into
not
it.
committing to not leaving hair in the sink. Right? I could never commit to that. It would be over.
But there you go. Now you have on record
Oh, he's the best.
Sylvester Stallone, the great Sylvester Stallone,
The
witnessing
writer of the greatest proposal of all time.
witnessing your Rocky proposal to Catherine.
So beautiful. So beautiful. I love that guy. And I love, as much as I love Sylvester Stallone, like, I love Rocky more.
Oh, who
right?
doesn't?
Like,
though?
yeah, like, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hey, listen, again, I am not committing to not leaving hair in the sink. I would like
Wow.
if that's it.
Wow.
Bro.
I did today. The only reason why, this morning, Catherine's going to wake up today, find hair in the sink.
Catherine, it's
I
not
did,
too
I
late
did
to
it today.
call
I
off
do
the
it every
wedding.
day.
It's not too late to call
Behind
off
the
the wedding.
toilet, there's my hair's everywhere.
Behind the toilet?
Yeah, I blow dry my hair when I'm sitting on the toilet.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Yo, Armani, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Feeling good on a Friday.
You know what I'm saying? I love the name, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I just bought one of your shirts last week.
Armani, what brings you to Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story today, and when and where does your Hell of a Story take place?
So this takes place in 2015. I was about 19 years old. I was 19 years old.
Okay.
And my car was at a mechanic, and the mechanic didn't work on my car. So my friend offered to work my car, so we had to ship it up to Richmond Hill.
Okay.
We basically had to steal my car back from the mechanic. We knew that a friend of mine, a good mechanic friend, lived around the corner, so it was like we were going to go to his house later on in the night. After we're done, like if we needed help, we just go to him.
Mm-hmm.
After we got to the point where we couldn't really finish the car, we decided at 2 a.m., like the idiots we are, to go up to his house and knock on his door.
Okay.
Because it's just around the corner.
Okay, so Armani, you had a car at a mechanic's shop. For whatever reason, the mechanic was refusing to work on your car, and he was also refusing to give your car back to you?
Yeah.
Because you owed him money, assuming. So he was holding your car hostage. So you and a friend decide to go and steal your own car back from this mechanic's shop because you guys are going to do the work on it. You get the car back to a friend's place. But
and your friend is a mechanic?
The friend, he said he had the tools for the job.
So you need to recruit another buddy here to help you finish off the car, and you guys decide at 3 o'clock in the morning that it would be good to then go and recruit this guy in the middle of the night to work on the car. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you show up at this guy's house, and what happens?
So we go and we knock on the door, and to no avail, there's no answer. So of course, the idiots we are, we go onto the back window.
Oh my God!
We start throwing rocks at his bedroom window.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Armani, you idiot!
Yeah.
Still to no avail, no answer. We're like, okay, you know what? Maybe he went out for went out to another friend's house. So we decided to go to Tim Hortons. You know, we order our drinks and all that, and we leave the Tim Hortons. And as we're leaving, we see this dude across the street, kind of talking to himself, but we don't really pay no mind to it. So we start walking in direction of my friend's house, and the guy starts walking in the same direction with us. And I continue seeing with the corner of my eye, talking and looking in our direction and saying stuff to himself. And I'm in mid-conversation, I see him cross the street. I'm like, oh no, he's crossing the street.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking, I start to hear footsteps get louder, and then the footsteps start running up to us, and he pulls it behind us. So he says, so what are we eating? And we're like, what do you mean, what are we eating? He's like, yeah, you guys are taking me home. We're gonna make some food. And we're like, no, we're not. We continue walking. We continue laughing it off. And he's saying yeah, we're going to your house. We're gonna make some food. That's what we're gonna do. And so my friend, being the young Thundercat that he is, whips out his little pocket knife and tells him to turn around and go home. And the guy says, oh, so you have the poke on you. Oh, you know what? Because of that, I'm gonna blam you and I'll blam him. And at that point, we're like, oh.
So he had a gun on him?
Yeah,
is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay.
He told us basically he's going to shoot both of us.
I had no idea.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, man.
Please don't tell me you brought him home and made him food.
No. While we're walking, I see my friend reach into his pocket. He's walking ahead of us. I see him reach into his pocket. So I'm guessing he's dialing 911. So I decided to talk louder and trying to you know what, when you have a dream and you want to be friends with the demon. So I was trying to
bro, you're killing me with this story, man.
Okay. So you're talking to this guy loud?
Yeah, talking to him loud, trying to level with them. He's like, you know what? I like you, but I don't like your friend. So I'm going to blam your friend, but I'm still going to blam you afterwards. I'm still going to shoot you afterwards. I'm like, oh. After my friend I see him put his phone back in his pocket, and then all of a sudden I see him just chuck something quickly into the bush, 200 miles an hour. So I'm guessing it was a knife. And thank God, 2 seconds later, the police pull up and they have their hands on their firearms. And they tell them to get on the ground, and thankfully they apprehended him. But of course, apparently he was just drunk, and he never had a gun in the first place. So they sent him in one direction, they sent him in our direction, and then they let us go.
Armani, what the hell does this have to do with your car?
That basically, it was just us trying to, like, we were supposed to go to our friend's house, but we ended up just going into Tim Hortons just to kill time to go.
Why didn't you just start this? Me and my friend were at Tim Hortons at 3 a.m.
By your description, when you were talking about the Tim Hortons and you said we see this guy, we thought you meant the guy you were throwing rocks at his house to wake him up. He wasn't home because he was at the Tim Hortons.
No.
So what happened to that guy?
And the next morning, he actually posted on Facebook saying that 2 idiots knocked on his door and almost got kicked out of his house.
Yeah.
You left Tim Hortons at in the middle of the night, and a guy walked up and he said that he was going to quote unquote blam you, which I just learned meant that he had a gun. And then you called 911. The cops showed up. He did not have a gun. He was just drunk, and then the cops just sent him in another direction and sent you guys off to go and live your lives.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That was one long, hell of a confusing story. Too much detail, bro. You need to edit next time you tell that story to someone.
Bro.
You don't need the stuff about the car in the story.
I was so concerned. Why is this mechanic holding your car hostage?
Anyway, Armani, thank you so much.
No problem.
Right on, brother. You take
Later,
care,
dog.
man.
See ya.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you guys read this Kanye article in Rolling Stone?
No. Are they ripping him?
Bro, this is nuts, man. I mean, but also not surprising. An extensive new Rolling Stone report sheds more light on Kanye West's fashion brand and the alleged mistreatment of its staffers and contractors. Numerous sources said they accepted positions, believed they had landed their dream job. However, they quickly found themselves in a, quote, cult-like atmosphere that came with 12 to 15-hour workdays, inconsistent or delayed payments, and abrupt firings for innocuous missteps.
But I think that is sort of on them, because if anybody thought that Kanye, if anything he was doing didn't already resemble a cult, I think you were lying to yourself.
Well, this was like,
Why wouldn't they have spoken out earlier?
Was it still like that way in 2015? I'm going to give you some examples that this article pointed out. But I wonder if, obviously, the Kanye that everybody knows now, especially lately, I don't know if they would have seen it back then, or maybe they just thought it would be a great opportunity, temporary work to kind of boost the resume and then move on to the next thing, right?
Right.
So one ex-staffer described a 2015 incident at the Yeezy studio weeks before Kanye would unveil the inaugural collection. The source claimed that West had a habit of playing his own music in the space, but asked for other recommendations after someone suggested he play something else.
Right. Yeah, right.
Hey, can you stop playing you?
So then, allegedly, according to this person, Kanye looked around at the room and pointed to one individual and said, "What would you like to hear?"
Yeah.
And this person is quoted as saying, "I thought, oh, he's a rapper. I should probably mention some rap." Who then suggested Drake.
Oh, no.
No.
And says, quote, "Big mistake. The next day, I was fired."
Yeah.
Because that was during the time when they weren't getting along.
But why is
Drake
that
and
only
Kanye
coming
West.
out now?
Well, because people sign NDAs and they have all sorts of, people who go to Kanye's school have to sign an NDA. You don't think people who worked with him had to sign an NDA?
Listen to this. A Yeezy executive also recalled the time when a top creative was called out for wearing a yellow sweater to work. The staffer was allegedly told to, quote, "dress for the palette or you dress in black," and was then fired.
Wow.
Another claimed that they were forced to leave their own product review because they were wearing a gray t-shirt.
Really? Yeah. Doesn't surprise me, man. Doesn't surprise me at all. He's so particular. And when you're at that level of where you have that kind of power and you have the issues that he was dealing with and everything that comes with, it's not surprising.
By the way,
It's
this
not
is
surprising.
an expose, I guess, that Rolling Stone did on people who worked, who used to work with Kanye. Others said payment was a constant issue within the company. They'd have to wait months before their Yeezy checks went through. At one point, the situation became so frustrating that the disgruntled employees went on a, quote, mini strike until they were properly compensated. And it's alleged that some employees are still, to this day, waiting for payment.
Sure. Yeah, no, you're right, Maury. It's not going to happen. I would love to be able to tell people what to wear. Oh, my God. it'd be
Thank you
so
for letting
great.
me wear what I want.
You'd be first on my list, Maury. You think Matthew is hard on what you wear? Throwing your clothes away?
So quickly, a quick scan of Damnit Maurie. What would you, if you were able to choose?
Oh, if I was able to choose, first of all, on Fridays, we would all be in tank tops.
Okay, I love it. Great workplace.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We
Here
would
we go.
all be in tank tops. Other than that, just black.
Really?
Just
So
black.
I don't wear black.
No,
So just like Kanye.
Yeah, just black. That's all I want. I
Dress
don't
for
want
the palette or just black?
Thank you. Yes, dress for the palette. He's on to something. Listen, maybe I should start a cult. Right? I'm gonna do what is he? Kanye's got. So I'm gonna do Wednesday service. Right? Yeah, it's just all of us sitting around in tank tops.
Oh, geez.
Sign me up.
This
Having
article,
wings.
though, in Rolling Stone,
It's not
pretty
surprising.
fascinating.
It's not surprising at all. And I think that Kanye had told people for so long that he was a genius. And he was very marketable. And so you allowed, Adidas and everybody else allowed Kanye to sort of go on this genius thing because his brand made them a ton of money, like an astronomical amount of money. And when you have enough people claiming that somebody is a genius, people just want to be around that person.
Yeah.
They want to be in that sort of atmosphere that Kanye has created. But when you realize that the guy is sure maybe a genius, but like most of those people in those positions of power who have been labeled genius over the years, they're also colossal a-holes and impossible to work with.
Well, listen to this. I have one more thing to share from this article.
Yeah.
Because of the whole White Lives Matter shirt, right? So one person who worked with Kanye or for Kanye during this time supported previous reports about his alleged fascination with Hitler and the Nazi Party. One employee described being in the Yeezy Los Angeles showroom as they were preparing for that one now infamous fashion show.
Yeah.
Right? While West was going through the collection's designs, he allegedly told the room that, quote, skinheads and Nazis were his greatest inspiration.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Like fashion, here's the fashion-wise.
Yeah.
I'm sure fashion-wise, not the ideological-wise, because skinheads always had the, black satin bomber jackets, which we know Kanye, a lot of people love those jackets, and the Doc Martens. And famously, Hugo Boss designed the Nazi uniforms.
Yeah.
Right? Like the uniforms were beautiful, like all of this stuff, but you can't say that.
No.
And even if that aesthetically was the thing, you can't even be inspired by that because why would you want to be? Right?
Well, if you're interested, it's a fascinating article.
Yeah.
A lot of people spilling the tea.
Yeah.
More than like full pots of tea. Yeah. It's Rolling Stone talking to former employees of Kanye's Yeezy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kim, sir,
Hello.
I know you're not much of a gamer, but I got a video game that is right up your alley that I know you were going to be spending so much time with.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excited.
Is it like about
Roz? Be
booty?
careful. Okay, there it is.
There's a new video game on the way that they just released a trailer for.
About booty.
And it's called
Booty Master.
the complete opposite, bro.
Oh, what is it?
I am Jesus Christ.
Amen. Hey.
For real. This is like for real. Guys,
But
this
is it like
for real.
ironic? Is it like parody?
No.
Or is this done by like Christians that like every now and then like
Bro,
Christians try and release
This
something
looks, no.
and it does very well, but it's god awful.
They got like, this is legit. This is like, on the level, like in terms of graphics.
Yes.
Like we're talking like Grand Theft Auto
Shut
style.
up.
Yeah.
Hold
So
on
in
here.
this game, you play Jesus Christ.
Of course you do.
And you have, and I guess there has to be like a VR element to it because when you watch a trailer,
I would hope so.
you have Like you are, like you see your hands, Jesus's hands, and they glow, and you have powers, and like fishermen ask for your help, and then you have to go and help them.
Fishermen!
Yeah, and you have to go help them get fish. There's a part of the game where someone's like, "Oh, my wine is all bad," or something about the water, and then Jesus turns the water into wine.
Amen.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, I am not strapping on a VR headset and washing leper feet. That's just not fun for me. It's not fun for me.
Basically, you have the power, like the powers of Jesus in this game. It's called I Am Jesus Christ. Your hands glow as you complete missions and you help others.
Yeah.
Like
What
I said, you
happens
turn.
if you fail the mission?
We know how the story is.
There is no failure when it comes to Jesus.
But isn't the end game? Okay, never mind.
There's
Go
a
ahead.
there's a part in the game where like 'cause Jesus is a carpenter, right? And he's got to get his material, so his hands glow, and you see like the 2x4 floating and going into the place where he wants it to go. Then here's a little bit of the trailer.
Do you get
okay?
messages from God?
Listen.
Many people have attempted to write about the things that have taken place among us. Reports of these things were handed down to us.
Finally, we are meeting the Son of God, who wants to save all humans.
This wine is better than the wine we had before. Lord, just heal my son.
Tell me only why you want to save all those humans. They deserve that, and believe me that at the end, they will betray you and kill you.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, wow.
And there's parts of the game. So you have, like in video games when you see like your energy level and like you have to do certain things in order to get the energy level back up.
Yeah.
So there's parts of it where you'll get a pop-up and it'll say fasting of the Holy Spirit. You are starving and must head to each prayer location indicated by the God rays and pray in order to survive the desert. So then you have to follow these God rays to the destination. Or your energy level may be so low that you are out of Holy Spirit. And the pop-up reads,
Come on now.
You are out of Holy Spirit energy. Use the R key in order to recharge your energy. So it's a real game, Sham.
I believe it.
I'm watching the walkthrough right now, like the actual gameplay. This looks like the worst game I've ever seen in my life.
You gotta watch your mouth. Jesus is listening.
Okay, literally.
It's called I Am Jesus Christ, by the way.
Literally.
And it's out next month. Just in time for Jesus' birthday.
Okay.
Oh.
I just fast forwarded through 15 minutes of first person video gameplay of him walking around a village looking for John the Baptist.
Got to find him.
Apparently he does.
Spoiler alert.
Apparently he does. Also, in this game, do you watch the gameplay on this? Come on now.
Gameplay? Who needs booty when you have Jesus? Come on.
Come on. Oh, he's in the water. Oh, he's about to baptize somebody. I guess he found him.
See?
All you have to do is pray, Roz.
Stop it.
Get to the end to see what happens.
Also, well, first of all, he's wet and he's ripped.
Who, Jesus?
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. Maybe it's Jesus. I'm not sure who. There's some guy in the water, and
Is he walking on it?
What's that?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Natasha, hello. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, good morning.
Why are you reaching out to us?
My question is, what do you do when you feel like you don't have a safe space?
Oh, wow. You wrote this. Roz and Mocha fixed my life. I'm recently separated from a 15-plus year relationship. You guys were high school sweethearts, so you're in your early 30s. And having to move back in with your parents is obviously a privilege and a blessing, but I know I will inadvertently impact my mental health, which I consistently struggle with. My mom has been a trigger my entire life, and now going back as a failure is even worse. How do I cope in a healthy way?
How long have you been back at home now?
A little over 2 months.
Okay. And since you've been home, has your mom been saying anything to you, like to make you feel this way?
Yes, and Mocha, if this makes it any more easier, I'm from a Caribbean household.
Okay.
Well, I think there were a lot of red flags earlier on, and they just kind of called them out, and I kind of kept seeing it through, and so it's kind of like a little bit on my end as well, but also it's just
So there, you got parents doing the "I told you so," right?
Kind of, yeah.
I think that when it comes to moving back home as an adult, you have this sense of failure, and that's a big weight to carry. But the thing that you have to watch out for is that you don't sort of regress back into the habits and the relationships and the person that you were when you lived there when you were a teenager, right? Because it's very easy to do. And I think that the conversation that has to happen, should have already happened out of the gate, was sort of establishing new boundaries and new rules with you as an adult, with your parents. And you're not coming back as a failure. You're coming back as somebody who just needs a little support. And obviously that's what family's for. And you don't need to eat any garbage for it from them. And you'd rather not hear about it. And, establish what you need from them and then what they need from you. Like if you're not paying rent, you're going to have to do something around the house, whether that's, housework or anything else. But I think that the way to stay positive is, you have to maintain some sort of like social aspect of your life. Otherwise, you're going to go back to just living your life like a teenager again. And your mom's going to be telling you to not stay up late and watch Netflix. Like it's going to be weird, right? You have to do all that stuff and look at the opportunity, because if you are in a ton of pain and you out of this relationship and your parents are like doing the I told you so, you also have an opportunity, which is you're in a position now of where maybe you don't have to spend a ton of money. And I'm sure that there was things that you wanted to do but never felt like you could afford them, never felt like you had the time to do them, all of this stuff. And I think that you have to sort of move forward. Even though it feels like you're moving very far back, you have to figure out what moving forward looks to you, and you've got to keep going in that direction.
No, absolutely. And I think a part of where I struggle with it is that, so there are things like I wanted to get my master's. I have a really pretty good job. Like I'm in my field and everything, but there are things that I wanted to do and I want to do them. But because my mental health has kind of regressed as well, it's a struggle.
What makes you feel better? Like what sort of gets you out of that when you're sort of going dark? What gets you out of it?
Reading.
Yeah.
Breathing. I do want to be more socialized.
Oh.
But it's there's nothing I feel like at this point that motivates me to want to be socializing anymore. Like in a healthy space.
Do you get any type of support from your family at all?
A little. They're supportive in giving me my space and letting me understand.
No, but like emotional support, or saying like, you'll get back on your feet, or, if it is you that you want to meet someone else, like you'll meet someone else, or don't worry, like we got you type of thing.
Not in that sense, no.
No. Do you have anyone in your life that offers that type of support?
I do. You have like my best friends, but they also are just kind of giving me that space right now,
of course.
which I appreciate.
Well, I think with your friends, you can let them know what it is that you need from them as well. And even like to take a step further, if you're like, really feeling down and you feel like you need to talk to someone, like there are people out there, there are places you could go to help you manage the feelings and manage the situation right now.
Yeah. The ironic part is I work in the field of mental health. And,
oh, okay. Oh, so you know all the answers. You know who to call and like where to go.
But it's just, that's kind of the ironic part, is that it's like I'm struggling so much myself.
Of course.
Knowing the answers.
When it comes to your friends, I wouldn't let it go. Like I know that they're giving you space and stuff, but what winds up happening is that when you sort of give yourself space and they give you space, it all seems great and it seems like everybody's doing the right thing. But then when you guys finally do get back together and you go out for the evening or they come over for coffee or whatever it is, you're unloading so much on them all at once, where they're not getting this sort of constant updates where they can help you along the way. Like it's a very overwhelming position for your friends to be in when you're like, I just need space. And they're like, okay, we'll give you space. And then when you do finally see each other, it seems like a lot. Right?
And then it gets weird.
Yeah, like it seems like a lot, and it seems like, for them, if they feel that this is like too much for even me to handle as one of your best friends, it's overwhelming, and then they may not reach out to you as frequently, and then all of a sudden friendships start to dwindle, and you're starting all parts of your life over again. I think maintaining like consistent communication with the people that you feel are there to help you is key to getting you to move forward.
That totally makes sense.
Don't sit alone.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Does that help, Natasha?
Yes, it does very
All
much.
right, bro. All the best to you. Thanks so much for reaching out.
And also, Roz, I just want to point out that I was at your book signing, and you are amazing, and that book is amazing. So,
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Hey, but for real though, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite? Because I was at the book signing too.
for Guyanese Alliance, I'm going to say Mocha.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Didn't even have to write a book.
Yeah. Your mom was right.
Oh my God, dude, you're so mean. Love you, Natasha.
Take care.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Get ready to relax, guys.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Hold on,
get
let
ready
me-
to relax, everyone.
Let me get in my relaxing mood here. Just wait. Like how relaxed? How relaxed? Like am I
Like being soothed by the soft voice of Mr. Shawn Mendes.
Oh.
Who is back on the Calm app with another sleep story. Just released.
Shawn Mendes?
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, man.
This
is the second time.
Relaxing.
Guys.
It sure is. I would let him talk to me.
Guys, listen. He's done this before.
Okay.
Right? I love the Calm app, by the way.
do.
I love this app so much.
Yeah.
We got the lifetime subscription.
Lifetime. What'd you pay for that, by the way?
Oh, bro.
How much? Throw a dollar figure out there.
It was
what
like-
are we talking?
So we got it on sale.
Okay.
Because you know me, I love a sale.
Yes.
We got it on sale. I think it was like $2 something. The regular price is like $4, I believe.
Oh. So what, like 200, like say like 250?
something, yeah,
Like
something like
250
that.
bucks?
Yeah,
And what does that get you?
They get you the Calm app.
There's no
You get-
add-ons after the lifetime
No.
subscription?
No, you get all the daily meditations. You get all the sleep stories by the celebrities.
Okay.
Right? Like Shawn Mendes is on there. Idris Elba is on there. Who else is on there? Oh my God. What's the all right.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey's on there.
I should get on that thing.
Yeah. It's really good, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find it in a sec.
Yeah.
But
you won't.
Actually, no. I'll play you the Shawn Mendes one first.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'll play you one I actually listened and fell asleep to.
Okay.
Okay?
yeah.
So this is the Shawn Mendes sleep story on the Calm app called We Are Connected. Tell me if this is soothing at all.
Jesus, get to it.
Bro.
I want to take a second
Let's relax, man.
and just check in with you right now.
Nope.
Because
Not
sometimes the
calming.
day can be such a blur.
Can you
Not
please?
calming. Not calming.
Can you?
That is not a calming
We're
voice.
22 seconds
Yeah,
in.
I know.
Can you
Yeah.
just like listen,
Yeah,
please?
sure. Yeah, go ahead.
You don't
Listen,
get
I
a
love
chance
Shawn
to catch
Mendes,
your
don't get
breath
me wrong.
until you're
Oh my
lying.
God, dude.
Okay,
Bed,
go ahead.
Trying to get to sleep.
Uh-huh.
You turn the lights off, your head hits the pillow, and it's just you and your thoughts. You and your dreams. Sometimes when I'm going to sleep after a show, my whole body is filled with this euphoric energy, and my thoughts are swimming through memories of the night and the feeling of being so connected to so many people.
You don't look calm. Should I turn off the
Bro,
lights?
this is not calming. This is not calming at all. This is
nice.
It's not calming.
Man. Other times, I'm headed to bed with some stress in my body or anxious thoughts running through my mind. And once in a while, nighttime comes around, and I'm feeling kind of distant and disconnected. No matter what you did during the day, whatever energy you've been carrying around, there's no hiding from it when you're trying to drift off to sleep. So for me, nighttime is a chance to reconnect.
You're not vibing to this.
No, it may, and you know, it doesn't calm. It does the opposite of calming down.
angers
Actually,
you?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It doesn't anger me. I'm not angry, but
You
it
sound
just
pretty angry.
No, I just no because, like, I don't take advice, right? And I don't like when people talk to me like this because it just makes me worry more, right? I start thinking more about all those things.
I actually thought it was really relaxing.
Yeah, no, I find the whole process to be stressful.
I was distracted a little bit.
Let me
What
play for
were you
you.
distracted about, Sean?
For some reason, this is just a me thing.
Yeah.
I could hear him ending that with like, yeah, like some sort of Toronto man slang because I don't know why. That's just
Okay.
a me thing.
Maybe this might help.
Okay,
I'm
go.
going to play for
Hit
you.
me. This one worked for you, right?
This one, I fell asleep.
Oh,
and I
okay.
was so calm.
Okay. good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
ready for
yes,
this?
Please. I want to be calm. I want to be.
This is, believe it or not, this
Yes.
is on the Calm app.
Okay. Hit me.
Hello, my friend. I've been hoping to talk with you, to personally thank you for your kindness.
Is that a transformer?
I am glad that we have this time together. My allies and I are grateful to you for allowing us to rest outside
This
your home.
worked.
Not every human is so welcoming to life forms from a distant world.
I swear.
We feel fortunate to meet you. You are a generous person and a good friend. I just realized that I have not yet properly introduced myself.
Uh-huh.
My name is Optimus Prime.
I swear. It's on the Calm app. It's called the History of the Transformers.
What kind of racket is this?
Join Optimus Prime in an epic tale about the origin of the Autobots and Decepticons. Oh, guys, I'm so calm right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
Queen. What's going on?
You know, just doing queen things over here.
I hear you, bro. How was your day yesterday?
What did I do yesterday? I got a haircut.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Looking all fresh.
Thank you.
Damn, you went to Black Barber?
No, I didn't go to a black barber.
Why not?
Oh.
I've been going to the same.
Why, Roz?
Okay, why? That's a good question.
Uh-huh. Have you even tried?
That's an even harder question.
Because I have.
Because if I say no, then it's why.
Way to be open-minded.
Oh, that's tough. These questions.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's a tough room.
Let's just forget the last 15 seconds.
Oof,
That's what she said.
Can't though.
So you got a haircut. Look
Yeah.
at you. Ever since you quit ET Canada, you're
Yeah.
doing like your days now completely wide
Where
open.
did they
and
cut?
You're doing like everyday things now. You're going to the mall, shopping, right? You're going now for haircuts during the day.
I know. And then I was talking to Catherine last night, and I was like, I got to find something to do. I don't like the time.
Do puzzles.
I know. I don't like having the time. I don't like going home after the show.
Really?
No.
Oh, so what do you want to do?
I don't know. I don't know. But I was just, I'm every day I'm like, maybe I should do this. Hey, can I come and do that? What can I, because Catherine's in her studio all day, right? I'm like, maybe I'll come to your studio and just do something there. Like, I'll just like be creative in some weird way.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, why don't you just like come home and just like relax and like, you know, like take the time that you've earned, right? And I'm like, I don't want it.
You should write a book.
I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Because you don't know how to not be busy.
I don't. I'm terrible at not being busy.
That's like my dad.
Yeah, I can't
My
do
dad's
it.
the exact same way.
Yeah.
Like if he's not doing something,
then
he needs to find something to do.
Yeah. Maybe I will start going to a black barber then, Shem. Maybe that'll give me something to do. How often do you go? That's the other thing I can't commit to a black barber is you guys go way too frequently.
You guys, personally.
I said you guys. I didn't say you people. Okay.
Yeah, I
You
go
guys
once
is
a week.
fine.
I go once a week.
Once a week? That's too much of a commitment.
No, you got to get you know what a lineup is, Roz?
A what?
A lineup.
Yeah, that's like what happens out in front of Taco Bell.
No, not at a black barber. A lineup allows you to sort of shape your hairline all the way around.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can also get your beard lined up. Your beard, getting your beard lined up from black barber, you would look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get on that people's sexiest list again.
Yeah.
Telling you.
Yeah, jeez, man, it's too much of a commitment once a week.
Nah.
I don't know how.
I
don't
go
know
to
how.
Henri every week.
What's that?
I go to Henri every week.
Who's that? Oh, your beard guy? Yeah, but you don't get a haircut every week,
No,
though.
he does my hair too.
Does he?
Yeah.
You get a haircut once a week now?
He does my hair, my beard, and my ears.
Hey, does your black barber do your ears, Shem?
No,
he does not. No, you got to go to a white guy to get the ear hair done, right? Yeah, you're on your own.
Yep.
Yeah, you're on your own. We'll do everything else, just not the ears.
Nah,
That's
you keep that for
disgusting.
yourself, homie.
Yeah, that's like for your nana should be cutting your ear hair. So you get your hair cut once a week now? How often do you get your hair cut, Mocha?
Once a month.
Once a month? Yeah, I used to get once a month. Right?
I think once a month is fine.
I used to do. Yeah, I used to do
package.
It's a what?
It's a package price.
How much is? Oh, like you go in and you're like, I'll have the number 5, and it's
Yeah.
like beard. It doesn't say ears though. He just does ears.
No,
The goodness of his heart.
I tap my ear and he knows what to do. I'm like, do.
Oh my God! Could you
so
imagine that?
disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful.
He has the razor.
No.
Then hand it to me. I'll do it.
No, that's so. If tapping anything and expecting somebody to do something to that thing is so rude. You know what I mean? It's so.
Can't do that at the black barber shop.
No,
That's for sure.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So, what, Grammy nominations happening today? Is that the
They
deal?
at noon.
Jeez.
Looking forward to that.
They used to do it earlier.
Yeah, but they have to do it. Everybody's on the West Coast, right? So they'll do it 9 a.m. in L.A. and then we get it at noon.
What are some of the predictions?
So Beyonce for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
I think it's really like. So for album of the year, a lot of the predictions, like it's actually fairly stacked, and I would not say it's a lock for Beyonce at all.
Who else is there?
Adele,
Ooh, yeah, good album.
Harry Styles,
Oh, great album.
That's the winner.
Kendrick,
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah.
Bad Bunny, who's huge.
Oh boy.
Meg
he had a
the
monster
Stallion has a chance. These are just all predictions. This could completely go sideways, and half these people may not be nominated.
Harry Styles is going to clean up.
And then record of the it's all the same. It's
Who
all
are
the
they saying
same
is going to win from that
names.
category?
I don't know. Where's this
Adele.
from?
That's from Rolling Stone.
Oh, Rolling Stone says Adele's going to win. They say Adele's going to
What
win
about?
everything.
I know that Taylor Swift missed the deadline for Midnights.
Yeah.
But she would have been. Is she eligible then for the
All Too Well?
last
Yes.
album?
Yes.
Because that All Too Well song, right, with the
Yes.
mini movie and everything.
So I don't think that she would. Yeah. So Taylor Swift 100%. Yeah. But you have Drake not submitting, The Weeknd not submitting. I guess that wouldn't be for this one anyway, though. It would be for the next one for Drake, right?
Well, no, he dropped a couple projects.
Oh, that's right. He
beforehand.
did. Yeah. But he didn't submit. So there's a lot of big names that are not, even in the conversation because they just didn't submit, right? So
Yeah.
it really, I think that the Grammys this year come down to like Adele, Beyonce, and Harry Styles and Taylor Swift, which like those are monster names. Like
Yeah.
in one night, right?
Don't
It's
sleep on
tough.
Lizzo. Lizzo had a
No,
great album.
yeah,
as well
you're
this
right.
year.
She's
You're
right.
right.
Yeah.
to be
You're right.
nominated.
You are right.
I think Harry Styles though is going to clean up.
You think so?
Yeah,
I
this is
do
good.
not.
No.
Nope.
Dude, that album was like
Nope.
crazy. Although
I do
when it comes to
not.
the Grammys and like the counterpart, the Oscars, are very weird with the way they award things that may have been popular mainstream by not giving them any awards.
When is the last time a Harry Styles type artist cleaned up at the Grammys? That's
Does
sort
Lady
of that's
Gaga's
sort of
count?
young, good-looking pop star. When's the last time that is done well at the Grammys?
I mean, if you want to count Bruno Mars as young, right?
Maybe, sure.
His 24 Karat Magic album.
When was that?
Yeah, that
When was
cleaned
that?
up.
When
That
was
was like
that?
3 years ago.
Yeah,
3
I'll tell you
Grammys ago,
now.
right? Had to have been.
I'm just saying it's rare.
Yeah, actually, it was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
6 years? Really?
Yeah. It's
For Bruno
it's-
Mars? Oh my God.
It's rare. Like the Harry Styles, like those pop stars, they don't tend to do well at the Grammys. They really don't.
Would you count Lady Gaga as a pop star?
Oh yeah.
She did
No. I mean the young, good-looking
I got
guy.
you.
Who?
Oh, not guy. I was going to say Billie Eilish for young.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But no, but like
But
that,
you're
just
right.
like at the Harry Styles,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
that the swooning
know.
kind of sex god type pop star. They
Yeah.
don't do well at the Grammys.
Maybe we need more of
They
those.
do did Timberlake ever clean up at the Grammys?
I don't think so.
Take a look.
No, I don't think so. Even with that monster album he had,
I don't think
back
he
in
did,
the day,
right? I'm
Future
just saying
Sex Love Sounds?
that type of guy, that type of artist never does what you think they will at the Grammys. I'm trying to think like back in the day
Ricky
even.
Martin?
Yeah, Ricky Martin.
I may need to drop an album.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's a new movie hitting theaters November 23rd. It's by Disney called Strange World. Have you seen the ad for this?
No.
The commercial?
No.
Oh my God, dude. So good.
How do I not know about this?
Bro, they are showing the commercial like crazy. Jake Gyllenhaal is in this. Dennis Quaid is in this. Gabrielle Union is in this. Lucy Liu is in this. And
it's animated.
Yeah, it's an animated movie.
Gotcha.
And they're just these explorers that go to find themselves on a strange world.
I like that.
Right? And then adventure happens. They get into a little bit of a jam, and they got to get themselves out of it. All-star lineup here. Damnit
God, that
Maurie.
one guy looks like John. The character looks like John Krasinski.
A little bit. Yeah.
Right?
Damnit Maurie talked to Dennis Quaid, who's one of the voices in...
He plays
in the movie.
he plays like the grandfather. He plays the explorer grandfather.
Okay, I got you.
Did you watch the movie?
I did, and I bawled my eyes.
Did you really?
It's one of those?
Because like the message, like it turns out, so Jake Gyllenhaal plays the dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dennis Quaid's the grandfather.
Yeah.
And then they have their grandson or son,
Yeah.
Ethan, who is gay, and he has a crush on another guy. And both Jake Gyllenhaal, the dad and the grandfather, help him with like, well, here's how you should like flirt with the guy, or here's how you like. They're both so accepting, and I was just like, oh my God.
So you bawled, huh?
Yeah.
How early into the movie were you bawling?
No, it was like halfway through.
Oh,
At first I'm like,
So
you're just
all
like,
of this is happening while they're like exploring this strange world?
This strange world, yeah.
And everything else that's happening in the movie with the
it's
with the
just
mission
so
and all that?
good.
Yeah?
Oh, that's awesome.
Damnit Maurie talking to Dennis Quaid.
Yes! Oh my God. I have to tell you how much I loved this movie. I know it's called Strange World, but I'm telling everyone it's called Perfect World because as a young gay guy myself, a movie like this with acceptance and family being accepting of their gay son, this is awesome. Is the fact that acceptance is such a big part of this movie one of the reasons you decided to do this movie?
No, it wasn't one of the reasons I wanted to do the movie, but I also thought it was really done well because they didn't point to it. You know, it just made it a natural part of life. And instead of having some cathartic coming out experience that somebody had to deal with, you know, rearranging their psychosis or their psychology or whatever. And it just, you know, it was a lot more natural that way. And
I wish I had movies like this when I was a kid.
Which is what we're all aiming for, really, isn't it? You know, it's about acceptance, and the movie is about that. It's about being your authentic self and who you are, not what you're supposed to be for anybody else. And that's the way you're going to make the best contribution to the world.
It's Dennis Quaid talking to Damnit Maurie.
As a
about
young gay guy.
The movie Strange World, new Disney animated movie out on November 23rd. How long, Damnit Maurie, do you think you could get away? Because this was on Zoom, right?
Yeah, with a beautiful ring light in front of me.
Right. How long do you think you could get away with saying as a young gay guy?
As long as I look like a young gay guy.
Almost 50 years old. You still trying to use that line?
Clearly now, Dennis, okay, I saw an interview with Jake Gyllenhaal, and he was saying this is the second movie you guys have done together where you weren't even together. Is it in one of your contracts where you don't work together?
I like it that way. I really do. He's much too good looking to be in the same frame with. And, you know, little distance, a little far. Yeah, we were laughing about that, in fact. Only this time I was looking for him in the last film, and now he's looking for me.
Hey, are they rebooting Parent Trap? Is that the rumor?
Everybody's asking about it.
Huh. I don't remember the first Parent Trap.
1998.
1998.
98? Lindsay Lohan.
No, well, there was a Parent Trap before that.
But the one with Lindsay Lohan was 99, 98, right?
Yeah. So that's what they're rebooting?
That's what, no, everyone wants them to reboot.
Oh, yes, of course they
Because now
do.
that Lindsay Lohan's back in our lives, everyone's like, well, how about
She got that
that?
new movie on Netflix. Okay, so Damnit Maurie brought that up with Dennis Quaid.
I know that we're celebrating your new movie right now, but also Lindsay Lohan just came out with her own Christmas movie, and Lindsay Lohan is back. We're loving her. 1998, you did Parent Trap with Lindsay. Would you ever do a reboot or a reunion or a part 2 of Parent Trap?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'd do that.
How do you see that playing out? Do you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Write it.
That's my job.
Write it. Come see me. I'm not going to write it for you, okay?
All right, now apparently I'm writing a movie, so we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, get to work.
Yeah, I'll start working on that script, Damnit Maurie. Dennis Quaid is in a new movie called Strange World. It's by Disney. It's animated. It's out on November 23rd. Jake Gyllenhaal is also voicing a character, as is Gabrielle Union and Lucy Liu.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you guys see this email that Elon Musk sent out to Twitter employees yesterday?
No. I've stopped following the whole Elon.
Bro, it was like
fiasco.
with like a Google Doc link and everything.
What's he doing now? Didn't he tell people you got to come back to work or you can suck an egg?
Yeah. So he sends this email yesterday with a Google form that employees have to fill out. And
employees love those, by the way.
You know when it's due? So he sent it yesterday morning?
Yeah.
It's due today.
Yeah.
5 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. The form asks whether the remaining workers at the company are looking to leave or stay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Within this document, it says, going forward to build a breakthrough Twitter 2.0 and succeed in an increasingly competitive world, we will need to be extremely hardcore. This will mean working long hours at high intensity. Only exceptional performance will constitute a passing grade. By the way, the email was titled A Fork in the Road.
Yeah.
And then the form asks staff to either click yes or no on the pledge to the, quote, new Twitter. If they fail to do so by the deadline, by 5 p.m. today, they will be fired with 3 months severance pay.
Yeah. It's always great when a new CEO comes in. You know, we've had that here. A guy came in, ripped apart the entire building.
Literally, his name's Guy, too.
Yeah. Ripped apart an entire building. And then he was gone. And the work wasn't even done. And people were like, what the hell's going on now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's always
trying to make a difference.
Yeah, nobody wants to ever fill those things out. Like you would almost, and I'm sure that there's so many people working at Twitter that the decision, they were like on the fence being like, yeah, you know what, maybe I can stick with Elon and I'm still doing a great job and I still feel, I can contribute. I'm good at what I do.
My part.
All this, I'm doing my part, right? And then all of a sudden, you get a notification to fill out a Google Doc. And I'm sure that was the breaking point for people. Like a lot of those people who were like, why not? And then the Google Doc comes through and you're like, you know what? I'm out.
Yeah.
That's the sort of last straw.
Asking
Google
them to,
Doc.
Yeah, and asking them to commit to long hours and be fired.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're already working long, intense hours.
That's the sort of, that's the tech way, right? That's why all those companies, and I know it's crazy over the years when you heard about all these tech companies where they, get free lunch and dry cleaning and free Uber service and everything else. It's because they never want them to leave. Yeah. Right? They make it as comfortable as possible to where you never feel like you have to go home because they don't want you to go home.
And then Elon came in and said, not only are we taking away every single free thing that was offered before,
no more lunch,
but now you are not allowed to work from home. Yeah. You have to come in to the office. And now I'm asking you to fill out this Google Doc.
I know.
That I sent yesterday that's due today.
Yeah.
With a yes or no. Like in elementary school, when you pass that note to the person you like, and it simply reads, like, do you like me? Circle yes or no.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever... I remember sending one of those notes, but I sent it on behalf of somebody. That's usually how they went.
Oh,
right?
Hey, pass this to so-and-so?
Like, yeah, you would pass this on somebody's behalf. Like you never directly did that.
And then when you got it back, did you look at the answer before you passed it?
Of course I did. Yeah. I'm a snake that way.
Yeah,
you can't hold that kind of
roast your fan when it was
you can't hold that kind of info from me.
Here you go, loser. She said no.
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see that video of that girl from the States visiting Canada and freaking out when she went into a bulk barn?
No, why? They don't have bulk barn in the States?
Because sometimes you forget.
But they have bins in grocery stores.
Sure, but not like a full store dedicated to
bulk.
Like just all bulk.
Right.
Just like endless rows of bins.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes you forget, like, when you live here, we have things that they don't have in the States.
It was like years ago when, somebody who had never been to the States before, when you walk into a grocery store and you're like, wait a second, they have vodka? Mm-hmm. Like, it was wild,
and then,
man.
On the flip side, the States have, like, enough things that we don't have here in Canada. So this girl by the name of Mason Tanner posted on her TikTok account when she was visiting, walking into a bulk barn and then freaking out over the options.
Guys, what the is a bulk barn? Because my mind is blown. You literally just take out macaroni and cheese, chicken soup mix, cereal. Look you could just get lemon pie, dulce de leche by itself. This is wild. Bro, I love Canada. I'm going to Turkish aircraft. Oh my god. Look, you can get macaroons. Oh my god, this is the coolest place I've ever been. Oh my god, M&M's. Don't tell Canada, but I took a M&M. Oh my god, get these chocolate-covered marshmallows. Kit Kats. Oh. Mini peanut butter cups. OMG. I'm literally, my jaw's on the floor. This is the craziest place I've ever been. And this is the smartest I've ever seen. Like, you take as much flour and salt and everything. Red velvet cake mix. Oh my god.
It's a magical place, bulk barn.
Like, have we been taking bulk barn for granted?
I think maybe we have.
We have
here.
it's Sam's Club in the U.S., but they only have baked goods in that.
Yes,
area.
they don't have. Like, was right. She went through every single aisle, and she looked in every single bin because she went from chocolate-covered marshmallows to like flour.
I know. Like, I guess it would be if you've never seen a giant vat full of M&Ms with a scoop. That would be incredible to see. Like, it feels wrong. Taking them, right?
I can take as much as I want. I mean, I got to pay for it, but still.
Yes.
I could fill up this plastic bag.
Yes.
With M&Ms.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's wild. It is. Maybe we have been taking bulk barn for granted. Maybe you're right, because I always find going to bulk barn, I'm always like, oh God, I got to go to bulk barn. Right? Like, it's a bit of a pain in the ass because I feel like I have to do all the work, right? Yeah, like it's one of those things. But yeah, maybe we have, because I've never really thought about just the glory of seeing something that is predetermined and portion controlled on your behalf, where all of a sudden you get to, like, you would feel like a kid, I guess, right?
You have free reign.
Yes.
There's even a bin, like there's a section for bulk dog food at Bulk Barn. You can buy biscuits.
Everything.
They got, you can go and you can fill up container on container and container of peanut butter if you wanted to.
Peanut butter?
Yeah.
And almond butter and all the other nuts.
All the butter.
See, I never go to that part of the store. I stay.
It's all the way in the back.
Is
it's
it?
all the way at the very, very back.
I never venture back there, because everything to me is just white. Right?
Sure.
Like, it's just a vat of white stuff. And I'm like, it's either...
Because you only stick to one aisle,
yeah,
apparently.
Right,
Why have you never perused?
No, because I don't like sweets, right? So I never go past...
Yeah, but in the same section as the chocolate is the cereal and other stuff.
No,
dude,
I never look.
I love because I want to know what's new in bulk.
You do?
Yes.
Do they introduce new things in bulk?
They don't often change it up.
No, but I like to know, like, if they do, like, maybe I go 1 month.
Right.
Or if I don't go a month. And then I go back, and then there's something new.
No, you're right.
It's fun to go when you're drunk.
You're right. I would like to do that drunk, actually. I do. The one thing I do love about the bulk barn is I love when bulk barn does, like, Christmas time stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Thank
right?
You.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Once, okay, I'll tell you, when somebody introduces a vat of Ferrero Rocher, then I will be a regular. It's over. It's over.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
And just like that, here we are.
Yeah.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
Like we always do.
Every week?
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Today is the day the world's population hits 8 billion people.
Hey, thank you, Nick Cannon.
Right?
You're right. Maybe that's what caused
Thank you, Nick Cannon. Out here doing the work.
That is according to the UN. They do projections based on birth rates and life expectancy. And today is the day, I guess, that we cross the 8 billion people mark. Now, we've added another billion people since 2011. Okay, so but to put this into perspective for you, okay?
Billion since 2011?
Okay, to put this into perspective, since Game of Thrones debuted, we've added 1 billion people to the planet.
Wow.
Yo, go us. Go us. My son was born in 2017.
Right?
I help with that number.
Like, hey, my kid was born in 2010.
Hey, we help with that number. We
yeah,
help with that number.
Yeah. So that's a lot of people. They say that the next billion, because things are slowing down just a little bit, that it's going to take another 15 years before we add another billion to 9 billion.
When there's a new billion, there's some people that leave us.
Yeah,
So
but
it kind of evens out.
What do you mean? Like they go on vacation?
What do you mean? What do you
Go
mean?
on
Some
vacation
people.
to heaven.
Like people, yeah, like people die.
Yes, they
So
do
it kind
die.
of
People die
evens out.
every day.
But what they're saying is that you take the birth rate and life expectancy. So when people are living longer, they're on the earth longer. And when
Sure.
birth rates are up,
Yeah.
there's more people on earth. It's
At
not
the
like
same time.
At the same time. It doesn't work. I know you would like to think, Maury, that when someone is born, someone dies, and we will maintain the same number of global population, but it doesn't work that way
Not the movies.
Anymore.
people are living longer and the birth rate was up, and now the birth rate is going down. So they say we could be at 9 billion by 2037, and then another 20 plus years before we hit 10 billion. So 2058 is when we should hit 10 billion.
Wow. I can't wait to make that announcement on the Roz and Mocha Show.
In what, 2058?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Why? You plan on taking
Hell
the day
no.
off? You're not going to scream, oh, let's do the news
How's
then?
Roz going to get up the stairs to the
Hell no.
studio?
Hell no.
There's an elevator.
2058.
We'll get you one of those chairs
Yeah.
that attach to the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, the acorn?
By then, depending on tech, I may just be a head in a chair.
Oh, fact. Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Put you in my bag.
And what where's that good body going to go?
Yeah, that's how I'm going to spend all my money. Right? I'm not saving nothing for my family. As soon as they can take my head and just put it in a chair and get rid of this old ass body of mine, it's all pasty and bloated anyway. I haven't shaved anything down in months. It's a mess down there. Okay? So as soon as I can get rid of that, and then I'm just a head in a chair, bring it on.
I know we talk
Bring
about a lot of things on
on.
this show, and it's an open space and everything, but like that right there, you cross the line, sir.
You don't even know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So you tell me, is Drake throwing shade at Taylor Swift or not? Is he just being funny, or what's going on here?
Oh, what
okay,
happened?
so he posts a shot of the Billboard top 10 lists. And so Drake has songs from number 2 down to number 9. And of course, Taylor's anti-hero is number 1. So he posts this shot, and he's like, the Hot 100 Top 10. Hit the link in the bio for a closer look at this week's songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And over top of Taylor's name and her song, he just put a bunch of emojis. So you can't even see her
That's
song
just him being funny.
on there.
No, that's shade.
That's not
So,
shade.
okay, so
That's not.
let me go through the emojis. You tell me if it's shade, because I don't use emojis, right? You know me. I don't know what any of them mean.
Okay. Oh, no.
Okay,
He's going to
so-
get all the emojis wrong, by the way.
Okay, so it looks like... Hold on, let me make glasses.
Oh my God.
Oh, stop it. What? Like, what? I'm getting glasses shamed?
No, just like, how can you not? Never mind.
How can I not what? See?
He woke up like this.
Just finish what you're going to say. How can you not what? When I go for my glasses.
Yeah, sorry. It was how can you not see?
Yeah, 'cause
like, how are you reading everything else and you can't see
Because I need
emojis?
glasses. No, because there's some detail in this one. It looks like somebody getting their head massaged. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then next to that is popcorn.
Okay.
Next to that is the Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah.
And then over the artist, it's a white poof of a cloud.
Okay.
And then it looks like somebody doing yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is the laughy face with the sort of one tear thing, but it's above the eye, not below the eye. It's above the sweating, maybe?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
what
yeah.
that is? Sweating?
Uh-huh.
Sweating? Okay. Did I do well?
Well, the puff of the air people use for fart.
Right. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, I don't know. So what does that all mean?
He's
Anything?
just having
It
fun.
means nothing?
I think he just pushed
He's
a
not-
bunch of emojis. I don't think he put any
Yeah.
thought
Oh,
into it.
okay.
That's just
Fair
him.
enough.
Although
Okay.
fart.
All right.
Also,
Fair
if you're
enough.
flexing, you don't want to include the number 1.
No,
It's not
you cut it out.
No,
Cut that out,
you are
man.
Yeah.
You are correct.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, so when Anne Hesh crashed a car into that woman's house in Los Angeles, where she subsequently passed away, did a lot of damage to the house. And then the woman was inside, I think, with her dog and her turtle at the time. And when Anne passed away, her family had talked about what she sort of had because she was renting a house. She didn't own a house at the time. And at the beginning, they said that Anne's net worth was $2 million. But now it's closer to looking like it's about $400,000 is what she was worth at the time of her death.
Oh, wow.
Which is what she gets from residuals from all the shows that she's done over the years. And so the woman who Anne crashed her car into her house, she's suing Anne Heche's estate.
Oh, no.
For $2 million.
Oh, no.
So whatever she had left, and I don't know what her insurance is like,
It's all
that's
gonna go to this
whether
woman.
that's going to pay out or not. But yeah, so she's suing.
But you bring up a good question. Would the insurance cover most of it?
I don't know. It depends on if she. I mean, listen. She had what looked like an open bottle of vodka in the car. I don't think insurance is going to pay out when you're hammered and smash in and catch somebody's house on fire with your car. I think that's
So literally just take everything she has.
You're out of pocket at that point.
Or that was in her name.
Yes, exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jay Leno got burned by gas. You ever seen Jay Leno's garage?
Mm-mm.
Right? So Jay Leno has like this incredible car collection.
I know he's like
an incredible car collection.
fanatic, yeah.
And he was working on something. I don't know what the hell happened, but like there was a gas fire and it hit him in the face. And there was no permanent damage to his ear or his eye. But after getting like gas in the face, he just sent out a statement being like, I got some serious burns from a gasoline fire. I'm okay. Just need a week or two to get back on my feet.
A week?
A week or two.
No, sir.
Like,
He
I
only
know he's
canceled
old
2
school.
shows.
Right?
Yeah.
But like flaming gas to the face.
No.
I just need a week or two.
No doctor is going to tell you, yeah, you're good in a week.
Right?
No, Jay Leno.
Even a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Right?
I've seen wrestlers be out for longer.
From what?
From little like fireballs in the face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actual wrestlers.
You live in a different world, you wrestling fans, man. Like how often are you watching somebody take flame to the face?
Hey, man.
Like that's
Once a week.
like once a week.
Monday nights, man. Come on. What, you don't?
No, I don't. It's like it's rare that I see somebody's face catch fire.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
If you are heading to World Cup, which I don't know why you would.
Okay.
But if you're heading to World Cup, they've put out a list of things that you should not bring with you.
Which starts this weekend. by the way.
Obviously, yes. Importing drugs is a no-go.
Oh.
Bringing in alcohol is a no-go.
Yeah, no.
Pornography, absolutely not. Pork products, absolutely not. Or religious books or materials into Qatar, because all of these things could get you arrested. Beer is also not allowed except for in designated locations. So they're going to serve it inside the stadiums, but prohibited elsewhere.
Do they sell them in hotels or no?
No, but I think there's like a zone where you may be able to go and like go to a bar.
Like a beer garden?
Like think so. I think that's how they're doing it. And swearing and making rude gestures are considered obscene acts, and offenders can be jailed and or deported.
What if you get
swearing at World Cup?
Yes. When you're at a soccer match and you're cheering for your team and you see something that isn't right, what are you going to do? Yell?
No.
That's not fair.
You can't, man. Also, those songs that those soccer fans sing.
Oh, they're offensive.
Offensive.
Yeah.
You think that's not going to happen at World Cup?
They're all getting jailed.
All of them.
Like,
I
can
bet
you
you. I
imagine
bet
if-
you under that stadium they just built one big giant jail. I bet you.
They press a button?
Trapdoors.
Yeah,
everywhere.
and everyone just falls
Yes.
in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's where they also keep all the beer more and pornography
And bacon.
Yeah, have fun. You can never see those guys again.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Beyonce, following all the Grammy nominations yesterday, has now tied her husband, Jay-Z, for most Grammy nominations ever.
Hey.
Total of 88.
Nice.
Beyonce leads this year's nominations with 9, followed by Kendrick with 8 and Adele with 7. Beyonce and Adele will compete head-to-head in Song of the Year, Record of the Year, and Album of the Year on February 5th when the Grammys take place. So far, Beyonce, 28 Grammys throughout her career, while Jay-Z has won 24. So they're tied in nominations, but she leads in wins.
That's how billionaires do it.
Right?
That's insane. That's going to be a good show. What a great lineup in terms of all the categories and who's there.
Mm-hmm.
The one surprise for Best New Artist, Tate McRae is not in there.
No.
Crazy.
And she had an insane year. I just don't understand how.
And there's a lot of. It's not even like there's 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 nominees.
Have they ever said?
Who's Wet Leg?
I don't know.
Yeah? Wet Leg. Oh, do they sing that song that I like?
Wet Leg. Oh, Shay's not.
The Shay Long song?
Yeah.
I like that song. Okay, so I'm down with Wet Leg.
Okay.
Molly Tuttle is Best New Artist. Toby, let me pronounce this guy's name.
Toby
right.
from HR?
No.
No! No!
Nwigwe. What is that? Manskin?
Maniskin.
Yep. Manskin. Woof.
They have that.
That E changes everything in there, huh?
Yeah.
You gotta, you can't miss that E.
No.
Maniskin, not Manskin. Lotto, Samara Joy.
Maniskin actually translates to moonlight.
Oh, as opposed to Manskin.
Manskin.
Domi and JD Black, Omar Apollo, and Anita are all in your Best New Artist category. A lot of nominations for ABBA yesterday.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
Well, they came out with a new album.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
they're like right up there with like Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Yes.
ABBA.
When you're legendary and you put your differences aside and come up with an album, you get nominated.
Sure, yeah, it looks like it too.
Oh, I don't know. Why do they have like internal beef?
Well, they didn't talk.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the rumor was years
Guys, I'm not an
ago.
ABBA expert.
No,
The
I know.
A's didn't talk to the B's.
Yes. The story was that years ago they hated each other so much that, when I say years ago, I mean like years ago.
Decades or years?
Decades.
Oh God, okay, a long time.
They were offered $1 billion to go on tour and they turned it down. That's the story. That's how much they hated each other.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
they
how much
turned down $1 billion.
That's the story. That's the story. That's the story. But that's how
Jay-Z
much
and
they
Beyonce
hated.
money.
That's how much they hated each other. Is they turned down $1 billion. Yeah. Bad Bunny makes Grammy history with the first ever Spanish language album of the year nomination.
Monster of a year for Bad Bunny.
And Taylor Swift reacting to her nominations, as well as all the Ticketmaster stuff that we'll get to in a second that was going on yesterday. Song of the Year and Best Music Video for All Too Well. She says, so many reasons to lose my damn mind today, of course, with the nominations and the Ticketmaster thing. She went on to say, All Too Well 10 is a song I'm most proud of anything I've written, and the fact that it's nominated in Song of the Year at the Grammys, an award I've never won that honors songwriters, it's monumentous and surreal.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know if you were following Twitter yesterday when people were trying to get their tickets to the Taylor Swift tour.
Yeah, what happened? Did they crash the website?
Yeah, so what happened was they did this thing where they tried to verify fans, right? So certain fans would be verified, and then you would get this code on Ticketmaster, and then you would go on, and then you would sit in the queue, and you would wait. But what happened is that when people showed up on Ticketmaster, they got their number as far as like where they were in the queue, but when it came to buying tickets, they were transferred to SeatGeek. So it wasn't even being taken care of by Ticketmaster. And
So a
SeatGeek,
third party?
a third party.
Yeah.
And then SeatGeek wasn't updating people on where they were in the queue. And then people were finally getting through with the seat map, picking seats, going to checkout, and it telling them that those seats were already sold. And then they have to go back in and reload. But once they reloaded, they realized that the seats that they just tried to buy were still listed as available. So it was this whole cycle that was happening with people.
So what happened?
So it took people forever, and they tried to do this verified fan thing to cut down on bots, cut down on scalpers, cut down on all of that stuff so fans could actually get to the show. But immediately after all these verified fans got their tickets, you look at StubHub, and those $500 tickets are now for sale for $12,000. Like even after all they tried
Easier to get a COVID vaccine appointment.
It is. After all the trying, they still got through.
Crazy idea.
Yeah.
But with the way ticket sales are now, for certain artists, not everyone, right? But when you're talking at level of Taylor Swift, where I feel this upcoming tour is going to be her biggest, her best, and her most profitable. When it comes to selling tickets, take it old school and have people line up and buy a physical ticket.
That's
opposed to
worse.
doing it at home.
Makes it worse.
And scalpers buy them and use
I guess, yeah.
And then because then what you get is just these guys who are paying people to just stand in line for them, and they'll outstand. Like you're going to see these lineups, right? And
could they force people to line up at the venue night of? You buy your ticket,
No
and then they push you in. You're going in.
No.
Because what would happen
that would be mayhem.
Is that Taylor Swift would be at an arena that holds 18,000 people, but 250,000 people would show up. Right?
Well,
that
first
would
come,
first
first serve. You buy your ticket,
mayhem,
and then you're forced in.
Yeah, I don't know how they fit to buy. Like it is hell on earth trying to get tickets.
This
for these
is
shows.
actually kind of
hell on earth.
So whenever it is that she announces her Canadian tour, like I got to get tickets.
Yes.
Do we know if she is?
Yeah,
she'll
play here.
She has such a huge.
I mean, she
fan
hasn't
base.
announced it yet. It's very weird.
Yeah.
No, but when you look at the
it is
tour
weird.
schedule,
You're right. It is weird.
Right, there are so many dates in between
Yeah.
every single one of these U.S. stops.
Right.
But
Right.
yes, I don't know why she wouldn't announce
Yeah.
Canadian dates just yet.
Don't know.
That's why I'm scared. That's why I'm not. I don't know.
You don't think she's going to play? You don't think she's going to play?
How she hasn't announced it yet is weird to me.
And even even
because
announcing
with Christmas, people would buy the tickets as Christmas presents.
I know. I don't know. But there are. I was like you. I looked at the schedule. There's some big holes in that schedule where, yes, like massive.
Like you could do
massive.
multiple nights in
Yes.
any given
Toronto,
Canadian
Montreal, whatever,
Yeah.
Vancouver. Yeah.
Sure.
She could easily do that. But no, it was absolute hell yesterday for Taylor Swift fans.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Princess Diaries 3 is officially underway at Disney 18 years after the second film. However, Anne Hathaway has not signed on to return yet. Now, she did say not that long ago that she would totally be up for doing something with Princess Diaries when there was talk of rebooting it. And it's like the writer who did Supergirl is working on the script. Producer Deborah Chase, who produced both of the first two films, is back working on this one. But Gary Marshall passed away, right? Gary Marshall was the one who directed them. And Julie Andrews has said that for her, especially, it's too far down the line to go back to it. It's a lovely thought, but I don't think it would probably be possible for her involvement in it. So does Anne Hathaway do Princess Diaries without Julie Andrews? I don't think so. Because
And without Gary Marshall. I think
it's happening without Gary. It's happening without Gary Marshall, right?
Or even Penny Marshall. Like I just think it's
yeah. I don't know. Have you ever seen the Princess Diaries movies? Mocha? You haven't. So you have no
I saw
idea
the
what we're
first
talking
one. I didn't
about.
even know they did a second
Yeah,
one.
they of course they did a second one.
What do you mean? Of course, I didn't know.
Yes, the second one was great.
As a young gay guy, you didn't know?
Yes. How
It's
do you not
What
know?
do you mean as a young? It's not a gay. Like it's not a movie the gays watch,
isn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Hey, I watched that Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie on Netflix.
And
did you cry too?
Falling for Christmas.
Oh my
God, Maury cried.
First of all, I loved every single second of it.
Perfect.
Every single second.
But
it is like I got bonked on the head and have amnesia trope that has ever happened.
Yes, of course.
In any movie is stuffed into this one movie.
For the record,
It's
this is
so-
the first time I've recommended a movie and Roz said he liked it.
No,
I just
first-
would like that.
First, like I said, no, this isn't based on your recommend. You didn't think I was gonna watch this? You can't. When you claim a recommendation, it has to be for a movie that I would never have watched. That's how you claim a recommendation.
Be that as it
you can't say that
may.
you recommended a Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie. I would have watched that if you hadn't said anything.
But you could say that about anything.
So she was in this movie, like a rich heiress.
Oh my God.
I think she was supposed to get married, right? And then she gets bonked on the head, amnesia. She falls in love with.
She's engaged to an influencer, and
and then she falls in love with the guy
accident.
But who wouldn't
who
fall in
runs
love
the
with
lodge,
the guy,
right?
The cool guy that runs the ski.
Yes.
So it's every amnesia movie.
It's every trope that has ever happened in
But
an
you
amnesia
watch a
movie.
Hallmark Christmas movie, they're all the same.
They're all
Yes,
the
of course.
same.
And guess what?
It's so thin. The movie is so thin.
We watch them and we love them.
So thin. It asks like nothing
Yes,
of you.
correct.
Nothing.
It's perfect.
Did it put you in the Christmas spirit?
I mean, did it?
Because as part of my recommendation, I said that it would.
No, I don't think it. No, I mean, no, but it's thin. It's thin, but it's so enjoyable. And it was so good to see Lindsay Lohan back.
Yes,
like
she did a great
so
job.
good to see Lindsay Lohan back. But she the bonking on the head, like everything. Like it is just it's everything you would want.
I will say this.
Yes.
where the way she hit her head.
Yeah, she would have been dead.
I was gonna you wouldn't have survived that.
No.
She fell off a cliff and then rolled down and hit a tree.
Like head on.
No.
Like, yeah,
girl, you're done.
Yeah, she fell off a mountain.
But then we'd have no movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She fell off a mountain and their fiance fell off the other side of a mountain. Like they were standing at a peak.
No, he fell through a hole.
They were standing at a peak of a mountain, and then they both went off on either sides, and then she got amnesia. Right? So good. It's so delightful.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Donald Trump announcing last night that he's looking to be president again. God, the ego on this mofo, huh? Jesus.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for president of the United States.
Impeached twice.
Didn't he say something yesterday about
Lost one-termer.
Everybody loves him? He was like, and they love me.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he was talking about.
Well, he was talking about North Korea and China. China.
Yeah.
China loved me.
Yeah. And they love me out there.
But like all his people lost
time.
in the midterms, I don't know what.
So do we have to live through all those debates with him breathing weird again?
Yeah. I mean, if you're into watching the nomination debates, because like he still has to get the nomination from the Republican Party. Like we got to go through that whole thing where he's tearing into other Oh my God, what is this? And it's not even him. Like nobody can stand him. We all understand that. But just the hysteria that happens from everyone else with anything. Life has not been calm since he hasn't been in office, but it's been better.
Oh, of course.
Like everything has been better. Like Twitter is a cesspool, but it's been better.
But Biden's running again too, so he would probably maybe win.
Is Biden going to run again? Maybe he won't.
Oh, I thought he said he was.
Yeah, I don't think he said.
I know, he never said.
I don't think he said he is.
Oh, maybe he's like
not,
one
which
and done.
Which is rare, but
I'm sure he will actually.
But he may not. But oh my God, the ego on this guy. Like you go down like that, and you're like, I'll give it another shot. Like the ego. Jesus, I've never seen anything like it. Never.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's something else I wanted to do. Oh, has Elon Musk talked to Jimmy Fallon yet? So did you see, because RIP Jimmy Fallon was trending. Everybody now on Twitter is getting into like misinformation and disinformation to see how fast that this can spread, right?
Okay.
And so RIP Jimmy Fallon was trending, and Jimmy Fallon actually tweeted out, hey, Elon, can you fix this? Hashtag RIP Jimmy Fallon. And where the misinformation all stems from is people were tweeting RIP Jimmy Fallon, but then they were putting up pictures of other people. So the one that got everybody talking with RIP Jimmy Fallon was RIP Jimmy Fallon, 1974 to 2022, but it was a picture of James Corden.
Oh, no.
Right? And that's what went wild, why RIP Jimmy Fallon was trending. And because Elon now fired everybody at Twitter, like I think he's the one that actually has to go and like take things down himself.
No.
I think he is.
He's the one that has to go in?
I think it's
fired
him.
Somebody on Twitter.
Yeah, I think it's him. I don't think anybody else is there to do this stuff anymore.
He's the one guy
that's
left.
I think
he fired everyone.
Yes.
So he's in charge of all of it?
I think
the coding, all that?
I think if you have a problem, like there's something like if
I call
customer
service, I'm getting Elon Musk.
Yes, I'm pretty
sure
that that's the way it works.
Your wait time is 6.5 hours.
Yes.
Do you want to leave a number? You want to leave a number for us to call you back when it's your turn?
Yes. Yeah.
He hasn't responded.
He hasn't responded.
Well,
because he's busy talking to everybody else is calling in.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I know that Laura Dern was talking about there was still hope for a season 3 of Big Little Lies because she did an interview with E.T. not that long ago. Oh, you do? This is Laura Dern.
Oh, no, the cheeky.
I'm going to be shy about it.
Okay.
I mean, we would all love nothing more. We're like family and, just very lucky.
Okay, so we can still hold out hope, basically.
I say let's hold out hope.
Okay.
Let's keep asking.
Okay, so...
Big Little Lies. What a show that took off.
It was. However, Zoe Kravitz is holding out no such hope. So she just said, oh, you have that too?
Yeah.
Look at that. Here
she
we
did
go.
An interview with GQ,
Yeah.
and she was answering fan questions.
Yeah.
And here's what she had to say.
When is Big Little Lies coming back on? Quit playing with me. I know. I don't think it is. We talked about doing a season 3 a lot, and unfortunately, Jean-Marc Vallée, our incredible director, passed away this last year, which is heartbreaking, and I just can't imagine going on without him. He really was the visionary for that show. So, unfortunately, it's done.
There you go.
One saying no, the other saying yes. There's obviously not a Big Little Lies group chat for them to get on the same page.
I think that what Laura Dern was just holding out hope, though. Like, I don't think that she knew.
Irma Gerd, Laura Dern, what you dern?
I know, but I don't think she knew whether something was happening or not. But yeah, because you forget, because oftentimes TV shows aren't directed by the same person for an entire season. That really changed with, what was that show? True Detective. Season 1 of True Detective, that whole season was directed by the same guy. And when that happened, it was rare that it was directed by the same guy, because it just never happens with television schedules. Like, you have to leapfrog directors.
Seasons of that did they do? Because I watched season 1.
Well, it was all different. Well, it was different, right?
2.
Like, because season 2 of True Detective had nothing to do with season 1.
Oh, right.
Because season 2 wasn't great. It was Vince Vaughn. But then season 3 was kind of good.
I don't even know who's in season 3.
Yes.
Didn't even know they did in season 3.
Season 3 was good. I think it was Steven Dorff and maybe...
Wasn't it Woody Harrelson?
No, that was season 1.
That was season 1.
Was Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. Because and that was the first time, really, like, 2 big movie stars had decided to do, like, a full TV show together, right? And then everybody just started doing TV shows. But yeah, I liked Big Little Lies.
Same.
But yeah, it's not.
The characters were great. The writing on it was wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was beautiful. Like, that's the other thing, too, because when you talk about Jean-Marc Vallée and, you know, with Zoe Kravitz and how just so much of a visionary he was for that show, like, the show was stunningly beautiful. Yeah. So no, it's not looking like that's going to happen.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let's do Shaq. So Shaq on Inside NBA. What makes Shaq great on Inside NBA is, and I don't know whether they just don't write enough scripts or whatever, but he has so much time to just talk about nonsense on that show. Like, could you not fill that time just talking about basketball?
They all do. And that's what makes the show the best sport, in my opinion, best sports show on television.
Okay.
I think they just leave massive gaps, and maybe on the teleprompter, it will say, like, just talk or freestyle or something. And then it's like whatever comes to their mind. It's like a bunch of drunk uncles sitting around just talking nonsense.
And then they get themselves, they talk themselves into these deep holes, and they get themselves in trouble and like all this other stuff. Anyway, so on a basketball show, this is Shaq talking about how there is 2 moons.
I have a new theory. There's more than one moon. Oh, let me tell you my theory. The other day I was riding, and the moon was on the left. And I'm keep going straight, then making returns, and about 20 minutes later, the moon was behind me.
That's because it was moving, fool.
There's more than one moon. And then another 45 seconds, the moon was on my right. There's more than one moon.
You know what I love? I love Shaq because he'd just say it, right? Like,
He's a flat earther. He often talks about flat
Is Shaq a flat earther too?
He is. Yep.
Jeez, man. Like a legit one, or he's like ironic
he's
flat earther?
He's legit.
No, I think
he's-
Shaq plays the game. He knows. He knows what he's doing.
I think
There's
Shaq
no way he
knows-
believes there's 2 moons.
No, well, I think that Shaq knows how to trend, right?
Yeah.
Like I do, and I think that Shaq knows that when he does these sort of like, you know, big dummy dupid, you know, theories about everything, I think that he knows that it's going to catch, and that's why
obviously he knows it was 1 moon and Saturn. He's just joking around.
Excuse me?
When he saw a moon, and then he saw like Saturn or something.
No,
what?
Like another planet.
Saturn doesn't show up in the sky the size of the moon.
Or Mercury.
Neither does that.
Mercury, you can't see Mercury the
You know
size
what?
of the moon.
Maybe Shaq.
Hold on a second here.
Oh, no.
Maybe Shaq
You don't
truly
know.
believes.
Yeah.
Truly believes.
Yeah. Maury, is the Earth round, or is it flat, or is it like somewhere in between?
It's kind of like an egg shape.
That's what I figured.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, so everybody going in on Candace Cameron Bure. So Candace Cameron, if you remember, left the Hallmark Channel to go to the Great American Family Channel. And she told the Wall Street Journal magazine that the network will not be featuring LGBTQ couples, noting, quote, I think that Great American Family will keep traditional marriage at the core. So that's what she said about her move away from Hallmark and over to Great American Family, which is a Christian-run network. So JoJo Siwa, who has had a lot of problems with Candace Cameron, if you remember, not that long ago when they had this big giant feud, and then Candace Cameron called her on the phone and apparently they worked things out. But JoJo says, honestly, I can't believe after everything that went down just a few months ago that she would not only create a movie with intention of excluding LGBTQIA+, but then also talk about it in the press. She went on to say, this is rude and hurtful to a whole community of people. And then Jodie Sweetin, who of course was in Full House with Candace Cameron, commented on that and said, you know I love you. And then Maddie Ziegler said, go off, JoJo.
Wow.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan was out supporting his wife, Hillary Burton, who was commenting on Candace Cameron Bure, saying, I don't remember Jesus liking hypocrites like Candace, but sure, make your money, honey. You ride that prejudice wave all the way to the bank. And then Jeffrey Dean replied to her and said, who the heck is this person, referring to Candace Cameron Bure?
Oh, my God.
It's a whole
DJ
thing.
Tanner you talking
Bro.
to, sir.
And then, so Candace did respond in a huge statement. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
But she said, it saddens me that the media is often seeking to divide us, even around a subject as comforting and merry as Christmas movies. But given the toxic climate in our culture right now, I shouldn't be surprised. We need Christmas more than ever. She goes on to say, I am a devoted Christian, which means that I believe that every human being bears the image of God. Because of that, I am called to love all people, and I do. If you know me, you know that I am a person who loves fiercely and indiscriminately. So that is a small part of what is going on over there. Who's Hallmark Channel and the family,
so
whatever
much
channel. Drama over there. Everybody's involved. Everybody's involved, and everybody was going off on
Why
this.
can't we just don our gay apparel and have a good Christmas?
Thank you. It's exactly what I'm saying, except for Great American Family Channel. Right. You don your straight apparel over there. Okay? Coveralls.
That's all they've ever done.
And a welder's mask. Okay? I don't know. I don't know what they would consider to be straight and gay over there, but I'm assuming it has something to do with that, right? And a gun.
Oh, yeah. And the American flag.
Yes, the American flag. Yes.
Right? USA,
yes.
USA.
USA, yeah. And an IROC. Not that you can still find an IROC anywhere,
What's
but I'm
that?
sure. Never mind. I know as soon as they started talking cars, right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jimmy Fallon addressing the R.I.P. Jimmy Fallon. So if you remember, this started kind of as a goof where people were R.I.P.ing Jimmy Fallon that he died, but only instead of putting a picture of Jimmy Fallon, they put pictures of other celebrities. The most that was used was James Corden. So it was a picture of James Corden, and this read R.I.P. Jimmy Fallon. And then Jimmy Fallon was talking on Twitter to Elon Musk, and then Elon Musk eventually responded. But here's Jimmy Fallon talking about the whole ordeal on the show last night.
Interesting night last night for me. To be trending that you died on Twitter. It happened to me once before. I died about 10 years ago on Twitter, so it wasn't as traumatic the second time. But I was out to dinner with my wife. We were at a restaurant, and my phone was just going off, and I was like, I'm sorry, I got to taste. She goes, what? I go, I'm trending on Twitter. She goes, oh, cool. I go, well, no, not. Wait. I'm dead. Yeah, I died. She's like, oh, man, it's terrible. I loved you. Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting to see what happens. Like, you know, who calls.
And how did it start? Do you know?
This one?
Yeah.
I don't. The other one, I think just someone had a rumor that something happened or something.
I started that one.
I was wondering. Yeah. I think this one was just a joke, like R.I.P. Jimmy Fallon, and they had pictures of different hosts or something. Like it was a joke or something like that. I just want to say that I am alive, and it was just an odd night. But anyways, an odd day. But I'm so happy to be here and happy with you guys.
Wow. So there you go. But he
because
he couldn't
not
address what it really was, which was
talk
people
about it.
goofing on Corden.
Yes.
Right? Like he can't.
Why couldn't he?
Jimmy Fallon is too nice.
He wants to play nice.
That's his
course.
brand,
Yeah.
right? Jimmy Fallon is the nice guy. That is his brand. And also, James Corden has been in the press lately for being a colossal jerk.
Yeah.
And so then if Jimmy Fallon is like, hey, this was a whole James Corden thing, and just so you know, I like that guy and we're all whatever, then people are going to go in on him for defending James Corden. So Jimmy Fallon was in this impossible situation because Jimmy Fallon never wants to upset anyone. Do you remember when he got blamed for being real soft on Trump and it ruined him?
Oh,
yeah.
Right? Like he was blamed for getting Trump elected at one point. Like, it was crazy because everybody else was sort of going off on him. And Jimmy Fallon's from New York and he knows Trump and everything else. And remember, he mussed his hair like on the show.
Oh, man,
and
people
like,
got so mad.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, people got so mad. But he
So
couldn't
mad.
go on his show and not talk about that simply for the fact that it was like trending number one.
It still is
Right?
trending, yeah.
How do you not?
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.